Hello everyone, my name is Caden and welcome back to more Paranormasight, the Mermaid's Curse. Last time, we got an ending I believe, so that's interesting, but now it's time to continue. So we have Obsession with Yumiko. Yumiko believes the key to dispelling the curse of the raging waves lies in the curse of the Forsaken Fish Curse Stone. She rides in Kamishima to trace the footsteps of the two foreigners. Shall we? Just something real quick. I see. So you would be Miss Shiki. And you say you're a member of the police department currently looking after Seus. My apologies for all the trouble young Seus has caused you the other day. She's quite the mischievous little lady, I'm afraid.
Oh, not at all. She certainly has some pluck for one so young. She took us quite by surprise, in fact. You would be Sears' guardian, then?
Oh no, well, we're related, to be sure, but she's really more my guide come bodyguard, if anything.
I see. Someone is your bodyguard as well. I'm afraid the circumstances may dictate that we have to take Sears back to Tokyo with us, though.
Is that so? That would be quite the bother.
Personally, I'd rather avoid having to do so as well. There's a case here that needs our urgent attention, you see. So I'd appreciate if you cooperated without any fuss.
That would depend on what you ask, I'm afraid. Now we're against each other.
We're currently standing in front of the torii at the top of the hill. The elevation gives us a beautiful view of both the town and the bay. People were starting to gather at the jetty, so we decided to move our conversation here.
Currently, we've already got one good thing happening, which is something we managed to do last time is we got Kikuko's curse stone, and we now know the trigger for it, being that anything with the symbol of all that anything with that specific symbol, if you hold it, you're target. So, but she shouldn't even have the curse stone anymore, so we should be good there. Oh, bird up. Peacock. Anything else of intrigue? It would be funny if, like, one of these times, like, I activate this and one of the characters we've, like, known and seen this whole time just suddenly starts glowing red, meaning they're an immortal. I mean, I know that's gonna happen when we go see, Yuza with Yumiko. I feel like that's gonna happen at some point. Actually, I didn't even bother exploring the art stuff.
So just keeping a close eye on Avi and Steers for me. It makes us clear understanding of our respective roles so that I can focus fully on the conversation at hand. Soto, what do you make of these two?
I can sense an ominous spiritual energy lingering around them. It's all but certain they have curse stones.
I see. We don't have time to play games then. It seems like a direct approach will be best here. Wait, you mean both of them have curse stones?
Yes, both of them. The girl's managing to camouflage the energy from the one she has, but I managed to catch sight of it for a moment.
So we're dealing with two curse stones, are we?
Thankfully, we shouldn't have any problems with them. We shouldn't have anything with that symbol on it, and as long as we don't go in the water, we're fine. So those curses shouldn't be able to do much. If anything, the more worrisome part is just Circe's innate ability to handle like curses and stuff. Like, she can use basic stuff we saw before.
The energy from the curse of the raging waves is currently permeating the island. It's so strong I almost missed the energy from their curse stones.
Okay. Arnav Barnum.
This man, Avi, is apparently a fantasy writer, but he comes across as quite the shifty sort. I don't doubt he'll start trying to throw us off his trail the moment he senses danger. I'll have to watch my step around him.
Crafty man.
Circe is currently meant to be in the care of the paranormal affairs, but has been shirking her training to travel around the country instead. She's very talented for someone so young, and has a lot of guts, too. I can't but root for people like her. More than anything, I know how they feel. I'd like to leave her be if possible. By the way, Circe, I was told to tell you to return to Tokyo at once if I saw you. I don't want to. I thought you'd say that. Well, I was only asked to tell you, no more, no less. What you choose to do with the message is up to you. Thanks, I think.
N-
You wanna know what happened? Ask Avi. I will, thank you.
Alright, Avi, let's talk.
What were you doing down at the jetty just now?
Oh, so you didn't see anything that happened before that then?
Would it be inconvenient for you if we had?
Nonsense. My hands are as clean as my conscience. Not a spot in sight, I assure you. Well, this time, yes.
Never mind that now. We don't have the time. There are several things we want to ask you.
Oh? And what would those be? Let me ask about your curse stones. Actually, no, let's talk about what's Somekawa's deal.
First, I think we should talk about the incident this morning. Miss Somekawa was discovered washed up on Futamigara coast as a corpse, with half her body having been turned into a fish.
Well, I'll be. To think she would meet such a fate. I'm truly sorry to hear that.
This won't be your doing, would it? We have eyewitness reports that you were seen 2 days ago heading out to sea with Miss Somekawa by boat.
Well, we did indeed head out into the bay for a little chat, but turning into a fish? Not in a million years.
What did you discuss with Miss Somekawa then?
Why? What else? Mermaids, of course.
Mermaids.
Indeed. Sirius and I are here in Ise-shima on a grand adventure to find mermaids. And we just happened to find out that Miss Somekawa was a member of a clan with a strong relation to them. Of course she would catch our interest.
I see. So you knew that Miss Somekawa was a descendant of the sole survivor of Taishima?
Oh, so you knew that too. I suppose I should expect nothing less of a member of the Paranormal Affairs Bureau. You wouldn't happen to know anything about the mermaids of Taishima as well, would you?
Maybe I do. Maybe I don't. Did you learn what you wanted from Miss Somekawa then?
Oh yes, we got quite the haul of lucrative information from her. The knowledge that one of the Taishima mermaids lived hidden in the depths of Ise Bay until a scant few months ago, for one.
What?
Oh, that caught your interest, did it?
I see. She must have been able to go back to Ryugu when the seal broke 3 months ago.
So you even know about Ryugu? You seemed quite well versed in these matters, Mrs. Shiki.
Maybe just a little bit. So, now that you know there are no longer any mermaids to be found here, have you given up looking for them?
Hardly. There should be one more mermaid out there somewhere. We're here today to see if we can't glean some hint as to her whereabouts, in fact.
Ah, I see.
I feel like I can't do my voices properly right now.
I never imagined that both of them would have curse stones.
Yeah? Oops.
Do you know what Miss Somekawa did after you finished your talk?
No, why would I? We parted ways immediately after we got back to shore. I haven't the foggiest what happened to her after that.
Where did you learn that Miss Somekawa had a link to mermaids?
I'm very sorry, but it's against my policy to reveal the identity of my informants.
Is that so?
Well, we know. Oh, we have to trick him into saying it, don't we? Let's talk about your curse stones.
And no, it's no use trying to play innocent. We know you have the curse stone housing the curse of the Forsaken Fish.
What's that? Curse stone? I'm afraid I haven't the foggiest what you're on about.
Avi, there you know, just give it up.
What's this? Stabbed in the back, and by my own kin, no less. How could you?
Its spiritual energy is too powerful to hide. I can tell that man over there has already noticed it. Thank you for your help. You saved us quite a bit of trouble just now. Does that mean you let us go? I'm afraid we won't be able to just yet, no. After all, you have a curse stone as well, don't you? Yeah, I do. We ran into someone who was trying to use it earlier, so I took it off of them. Is that so? Honestly, I'd rather you took it off my hands if possible. You don't seem to be planning to do any harm with it. I suppose we can leave that topic for later. So, why are you letting Avi here walk around with the curse of the Forsaken Fish? To let him live out his dreams, I suppose. I'm afraid that makes for a poor reason.
Yeah. Alright, I admit it. It was all me. I didn't want to give it up, so I asked Zeus if I could hold on to it. I just couldn't let it go, not after learning it had such a close link to mermaids.
I see. So that is the curse stone for the curse of the Forsaken Fish.
How did you come into possession of that curse stone?
Well, that would be a bit of a long story. It all started when I found a mermaid mummy left by my great-grandmother in the old family storage back in the States. That mermaid mummy ended up containing a map, one with a riddle to be solved, no less. That riddle led us to a mysterious box on the seabed, and once we solved the puzzle sealing the box shut, we found this curse stone nestled within.
Oh, a mermaid mummy, you say?
It seems that keepsake passed down by your ancestor was indeed a curse stone, then.
Huh? By the by, I thought I heard you say something about the Onmyoji who sealed away this curse stone just now. Am I correct in thinking that they were an ancestor of this young man here?
That's right. He was originally known Myoji by the name of Harukage Tsuchimikado. It said he had a clue to the lifting of a certain curse within a mermaid mummy, hence our search for the object in question.
I see. And that mermaid mummy ended up crossing the Pacific, passing from hand to hand until it reached my great-grandmother. It's quite the miracle that this curse stone is here with us today. Almost romantic, don't you think?
I suppose you could say that, yes.
Oh, okay.
There's no doubt that Miss Samikawa was transfigured into a fish by the curse of the Forsaken Fish. And it's looking extremely likely that you would have the curse stone that would make that possible. No more excuses. Tell us what really happened.
Alright, you've got me. I'll talk. Though don't blame me if the tale ends up being too incredible for your ears.
I see. It would seem Miss Samikawa had quite the twisted obsession with mermaids. And you sought to grant her wish by using the curse of the Forsaken Fish. Is that right?
Correct. I know exactly how it feels, you see. The burning desire to see your dreams realized. And the overwhelming despair upon learning that they can never be. The desperate hope to see even the slightest part of your wish fulfilled to the end. Perhaps that's why I couldn't ignore her wish. The wish to meet her end at the hands of a mermaid's curse. Hearing Miss Samikawa's fervent plea and seeing her cast herself into the waters like that, I knew this was the ending she wanted for her tale. And so I decided to grant it. An elegy for a woman bound by her lineage and consumed by her obsession.
I see. I understand where you're coming from, and I can't say I don't sympathize with your feelings on the matter. The fact that she entered the water of her own accord must also be taken into account. I imagine it would have made rescuing her quite difficult.
Oh, so you're willing to give me a pass, are you?
I'm afraid that isn't my decision to make. Once we finish our business on Kamishima, I imagine you'll have to come along with us to the office back in Tokyo. I'll do my best to see if there's some sort of arrangement that can be reached, though.
Yeah, I was about to say, Avi, he did activate the curse, but let's be real, she was going to die anyways. If she didn't get killed by the curse of the Forsaken Fish, she was going to drown herself. The only thing Avi did was grant the wish by doing that. So I don't think he should be punished too badly. Maybe like a little slap on the wrist type punishment. Oh no. Oh, how kind of you. Good thing I thought to ask.
Thank you for telling us what happened with Miss Samikawa. As of now, I don't see any reason to doubt your version of events.
My thanks. I'll leave the negotiating up to you then. Let's talk about the curse stone.
By the way, did you happen to glimpse the resentful memories contained within that curse stone?
I did indeed. A veritable deluge of information, and 400-year-old information at that.
Was the way to lift the curse of the raging waves included in that information?
It certainly was.
That's it. That's what we've been looking for.
I see. So you're searching for the way to lift some curse or other, eh?
That's the long and short of it. Will you let us have that Kirsten of yours then? It's too dangerous to leave unaddressed as it is, so we can't leave it with you either way.
But that just feels so unfair, you know. I was the one who found the map and solved the riddle. Why, the curse stone would still be at the bottom of the sea if it wasn't for me. It's hardly been cheap, running back and forth like this. I don't know if I could just give you something so important for nothing in return.
Looking to take advantage of the situation, are we? Yikes.
Ha! Judge me all you want. I'm at the end of my rope here too, you know.
So, what is it you're after then? Money?
Well, first of all, I'd like you to turn a blind eye to the fact I use a curse stone. And I'd like you to spill the beans on any knowledge you have on mermaids as well.
Turning a blind eye might be a bit much, I'm afraid. All I can promise there is an attempt to reach some sort of deal. In any case, we don't have time to mess around. I'd really appreciate if you cooperate without any further fuss. If you don't, we may end up having to get a bit rough.
Oh, intimidation is it? But if you think your boorish threats scare me, think again. My trusty bodyguard here will...
Sorry, but no, I don't feel well, and we're at a disadvantage here anyway.
Oh, before it even began!
A wise decision, young lady.
Well, thanks, Sirius, you screwed me over. So that's your game, is it? Abusing your authority to seize the property of a defenseless, powerless civilian. State violence, I say!
You do have a curse stone, though. I doubt anyone would object to use the force against an opponent carrying a lethal weapon.
Seriously? This is really the end of the line, then?
Well, if it's really just information on mermaids you want, I'm not opposed to telling you that much. Only within the bounds of what I know, though. Would that be acceptable?
What? You mean it? Really? Huzzah! Now that's an offer I can't refuse. Consider this deal done and dusted.
Ma'am,
It's best if we can get things settled without a fuss. Besides, I don't think it should be a problem now.
Alright, curse stones.
I'll tell you what you want to know about mermaids. In exchange, you hand over the curse stone. Do we have a deal?
And we do indeed.
So, what is it you want to know about mermaids, then? Though I'd wager you're after the secret of immortality.
Immortality? Oh no. All I want is to meet a real live mermaid. 'Tis not but dreams and adventure that drive me.
Really? That's it? Well, even if you had been after immortality, I doubt it would have been possible.
What? You mean the legends about mermaids being able to grant immortality are false?
They're not. I've encountered my fair share of people who have become immortal that way, after all. There's even a word for these individuals. They're known as 800-year immortals.
800-year immortals, eh? So they do exist. Incredible. What became of the third Taishima mermaid then? The one known as Nagame? She hasn't returned to Ryugu, has she?
She hasn't. Sobe is the only mermaid who returned to Ryugu in the end.
Oh, so she's still out there somewhere, roaming the mortal world as we speak.
You could say that. But you'd also say that she's no longer here.
What do you mean? Don't tell me she died.
Well, that also wouldn't be entirely accurate. Oh,
What is it, Cius?
I think I've got it. Figured it out, have you?
What? Really? What do you mean?
Think back on what we heard before.
Before?
There's not much point dragging it out, so I'll go ahead and tell you. The mermaid known as Nagame.
I assume that she became human, right? I'm gonna save here. I think that she became human, right?
Nagame gave up her existence as a mermaid long ago. She no longer lives as a mermaid, but as a human.
Oh, now that you mention it, that does sound familiar. Wait, don't tell me the mermaid is... You mean to tell me that story was true?
Oh, you've heard of these events before? I suppose Miss Somikawa must have heard about it from Sobe. Could a mermaid really have become a human? Mermaids are originally from another world, right? Normally it would be unthinkable, yes. But it seems a certain talented psychic managed to make the impossible happen. At no small cost to himself, I might add. Wow, that's amazing.
Is it Yumiko? Is Yumiko the mermaid that turned human? I think it is.
I can't say I understand why she would do such a thing, though. Why not remain a mermaid? It seems like a bit of a waste to me.
Well, Nagame was a bit different from the other two mermaids, you see. They were serious and dutiful, but Nagame was strongly drawn to the mortal world and to the humans who lived in it. I suppose you could say that she was the opposite of Miss Sumikawa in a way.
You don't say?
More than anything, it seems she was particularly drawn to the idea of becoming human, finding the person of her dreams and marrying them, of getting to be their bride. That's a pretty cute dream to have. I guess not all mermaids are the same, huh?
Indeed. To think that mermaids could harbor the same hopes and dreams as humans do. I must say, she sounds quite relatable.
Perhaps. I imagine she was viewed as quite the odd soul among her own kind, though. Then a few decades ago, Nagame happened to meet a certain psychic. The two soon fell in love. And Nagame, who wanted more than anything else to become that man's wife, asked him if there was a way that she could become human. The psychic searched far and wide for a way to grant her wish, and after decades of toil, he found the secret art that would allow her to do so.
Oh, such unconditional love, such ardent devotion. A mermaid who wished to become human to be with the love of her life. Why, it's like the tale of the Little Mermaid, reborn in the modern era. Truly a story to grip the heart. How could I not root for them with everything I have?
Are you sure? I mean, we don't have any mermaids to look for anymore, though.
No matter. If it was for the sake of such inspiring passion, then I care not a whit. So, Nagame became human in the end, yes? And the two of them lived happily ever after. I refuse to accept any other conclusion.
Well, that's more or less what happened. So I can say with certainty that Nagame the mermaid no longer exists.
I see. So she's still alive out there as a human. What a beautiful tale. Why, I wish I could meet her, solely to offer my most heartfelt congratulations. No, I think wedding gifts are in order.
Avi seems to be enjoying himself, but this means there's no chance of us meeting a mermaid anymore, right?
Ah, now that you mention it, that is a problem.
I thought so.
Ahem. A question, Miss Shiki. I don't suppose there would be a way for us to go to Ryugu and meet a mermaid there, would you?
I'm afraid not. It's impossible for flesh and blood human to cross over to the eternal world.
Really?
Indeed, you'd have to be dead to have any chance of getting there.
Say no more! Avi just starts running towards the ocean. Avi!
Just as I feared. There's no point in getting there without a life to save her. Although, does that mean there's a chance that Miss Omikawa was able to make it to Ryugu in the end?
I don't know. Not everyone ends up in Ryugu after death, after all.
I see. I suppose we'll just have to hope that she was able to meet the mermaid she so admired in the afterlife.
That would be all I can tell you there. Are you willing to give us your curse stone now?
Well, knowing we have no chance of meeting a mermaid now, that has thoroughly dashed all my hopes and dreams. But you did share with us a most charming tale of mermaid love and longing, so I suppose I can't complain. Here, the curse stone.
Thank you. Soda, could you take a look at it for me?
Very well. I see. If you don't mind, there are a few details I'd like to confirm with you before continuing, Avi. Very well. Go ahead and ask anything you like. I'll even give you the map we used. It originally belonged to you and yours, after all.
Hang on, is that the symbol? No, I think it's a different symbol.
Thank you. In that case. I see. I think I know how to lift the curse to the raging waves now.
Finally. It certainly has been a long road to get here.
Ma'am, about the curse of the raging waves.
Hold on, let's finish dealing with this first. We'll talk about it afterwards.
Understood.
Now, putting your return to Tokyo aside, the biggest issue at hand is whether or not you were complicit in his use of the Curse Stone. Curse stones are dangerous things. They should be viewed in the same light as bombs or poison gas, and treated with the same amount of care. Allowing one to be used in your presence is also naturally forbidden. You're currently in the care of Paranormal Affairs. If you're found guilty of misconduct, you'll be subject to punishment under our rules. That figures, yeah. I'm glad you understand. Either way, it's the higher-ups who will end up taking responsibility, so I'm happy to leave things there up to them. If you want to know what happened at Sabi.
Still, you're certainly all knowledgeable about mermaids. Where on earth did you get all this information from?
Well, let's just say I have my sources.
I suppose we can put this down to the vast knowledge of the Paranormal Affairs Bureau as well, eh?
He hasn't realized yet.
What do you mean? Yeah.
It's nothing. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Yeah. Policewoman works for Paranormal. She is surprisingly free-spirited, do things catch her attention, does her husband. Yumeko was formerly a mermaid by the name of Nagame. Unlike her serious compatriots Hayase and Sobe, Nagame was free-spirited by nature and held a keen interest in both humans and the mortal world. She was even known to break the rules to sneak out and observe human society, something which often put her at odds with the other two mermaids and led to her being viewed as something as a maverick. When the Empress Ryuku was sealed 400 years ago to suppress the curse of the raging waves, rendering the remaining mermaids unable to return home, Sobe was overcome by grief. However, Nagame was thrilled, and seized the opportunity to travel the world at her leisure, which deepened the rift between her and Sobe. For the next 350 years, Nagame bore witness to the lives of countless humans around the globe, from every culture and era, and her yearning for life in human society continued to grow. She was particularly enamored by the concept of marriage and becoming a bride, finding the idea of pledging one's life to someone and living hand in hand with them from then on enthralling. It was this she found herself longing for above all else. About 50 years ago, Nagame met a certain talented psychic in Japan. The two quickly fell in love, and Nagame, who by that point had begun to earnestly wish that she could give up being a mermaid and live among humans in the mortal world, asked him whether there was any way she could become human. Wanting to fulfill her wish, the psychic began to search for a lost secret art that would allow her to assume human form. The two overcame countless hardships together in their quest for the art, and after decades of searching, they not only found it, but finally succeeded in perfecting it. However, the secret art that would grant Nagame her wish demanded a heavy price for a mermaid. For a mermaid, a being who lacked a mortal form in the material world, to gain a human body, the caster's own body would have to be sacrificed. Using this art would render them unable to live side by side as humans as they had so longed to do. The two agonized over their decision. Despite their decades-long search, the different worlds in which they lived continued to keep them apart. As a mermaid, Nagame could neither join him on land nor appear before others. The life together they yearned for remained a distant dream. In the end, the two chose to use the secret art so they could be together in the mortal world. Even when Nagame learned that the psychic, Itensei Eishiki, only appeared young due to his supernatural abilities, having been born in the Edo period and already over 100 years old by that time, she loved him no less. Thus did Nagame the mermaid become Itensei Shiki's human wife, Yumeko Shiki, a name given to her by Itensei himself. Although the process of gaining a human body meant she lost many of the memories and abilities she had possessed during her time as a mermaid, she retained all the memories and feelings from her time spent with Itensei, which was more than enough for Yumeko. Since then, Yumeko has enjoyed a fulfilling life, with her human nature and her relationship with Itensei bringing her immense joy. Because of this, she is insistent that her primary identity be that of a housewife, to the extent that she always chooses clothing that will allow her to return to tackling housework at a moment's notice. However, the human body she has gained still differs from those of regular humans. Although she appears to age slowly compared to those around her, it is entirely unknown how long her lifespan will end up being. Following her rebirth as a human, Yumeko decided to pay a visit to Sobe in the depths of Issei Bay to explain her decision and introduce her partner. Abandoning her form as a mermaid to become human was a grave violation of the rules they were bound to, and she expected Sobe to receive the news with utter contempt if not sever her ties with Yumeko completely.
but her expectations were pleasantly subverted. Sobe herself had since forged her own deep bond of love and trust with Minakuchi, one that similarly transcended their respective species and understood her feelings, thanking her for introducing a tensei to her. However, Sobe never showed herself to Yumiko again after that. After many twists and turns in their quest for happiness, the spirit of a Tensai Eishiki, who sacrificed his body so that Yumiko could live as a human, has come to dwell in the body of a small dog, and he continues to enjoy retirement and a quiet life at Yumiko's side in his home in Tokyo to this day. Even before his retirement and despite his current form, he remained an active force in the industry, having devoted his time to such thing as taking Soto Kiryu on as his project after discovering his potential, assisting with management of the Paranormal Affairs Bureau for old time's sake, and sending Yumiko, who knew of the Bureau and the work it did, to he turned into a dog! Nah. We also got this update to Kikuko's profile. While aimlessly drifting from job to job, unable to find something she wanted to do, Kikuko happened to meet Ikipe Koma, who was the president of one of the companies she ended up working for. It was then that Kipe revealed a surprising secret to her. Kikuko was in fact the illegitimate child of a wealthy tycoon, one Yoshiatsu Yamashina, and been entrusted to a childless couple to raise as their own. Kikuko had always believed herself special in some way, and learning that she was originally of high birth only served to validate that belief, leading to her developing a strong sense of pride. Upon learning of Kikuko's background and taking note of her dissatisfaction with her current lot in life, Kipe opted to try and make her his pawn by skillfully manipulating her sense of self-importance. His endeavors paid off. Tired of what she perceived as a stifling, monotonous life, and driven by both her admiration for Kipe and desire to be recognized by Yoshiatsu so she could live the life she believed she deserved, Kikuko agreed to return to Kamishima and act as his agent there. Fueled by her ambitions and exhilarated by the sense that she had become the star of one of the spy movies that had been so popular in her childhood, Kikuko's mind was set. She no longer cared if people died or her hometown was destroyed as long as it meant she could fulfill her goals. Nice. This motherfucker. Alright. Nope, not there. You! Nope, not there. Oh, we gotta think.
Finally got hold of the Forsaken Fish Curse Stone. Now we can focus on the main issue at hand.
Oh.
Let's move on to the topic of Cirrus's Curse Stone, shall we? Alright, here it is. One of the locals we ran into earlier was planning to use this curse stone to cause a massacre, so we confiscated it. Goodness, that's far more disturbing than I was imagining. It sounds like you were lucky to escape unscathed. Where is this local now? We managed to subdue her after taking her curse stone. I don't think she'll be waking up for a while, so could you get someone to come and take her away? Alright, we'll make the necessary arrangements later. So who was this would-be mass murderer, and what exactly was she planning to do? She said her name was Kiko Tsutsui. She didn't have any spirit sense to speak of, though. She tried to use her curse stone to get Avi to tell her what he knew about mermaids. But we managed to fend her off and take it from her.
That's right. She had hand mirrors and business cards marked with the symbol that serves as the target for the curse, and handed them out around the island in advance for whenever she needed to activate it.
A premeditated crime, in other words, and quite a thorough one, too. That was quite a dangerous position you were in.
I'll say, if we hadn't caught on to her intentions, I've no doubt we'd be sleeping with the fishes by now. Such is the nature of dealing with curses, I'm afraid. You never know when you might end the target. No need to tell me twice. I've had quite enough of curses by this point. A prudent attitude. A curse's corruption starts from the heart. Indeed. I'll be sure to remember that.
Did you learn of what this Kikuko was after in the end? No. To be honest, I wasn't all that sure myself.
Apparently she was looking to get her hands on a mermaid to impress some tycoon called Yamashina. It seems he's looking for a way to become immortal.
What? A tycoon called Yamashima who wants to become immortal?
It couldn't be. Oh? You know him?
Did she mention where she got the curse stone from? Could Yamashina have given it to her? Actually, it seems like that was someone else.
As Kiko would tell, she's Yamashina's illegitimate child, but he refused to acknowledge her. While she was pondering ways to gain his approval, this young CEO, his apprentice, swooped in. He offered her a sympathetic ear and a curse stone to use it to accomplish her goal. I think that was the long and short of it.
Something like that, yeah. Right? So there's someone else involved.
Yep, and it's someone whose name doesn't make sense for us.
Turns out we knew the CEO she was talking about too. We were pretty shocked. So the CEO was the original owner of the curse stone, was he? What's his name?
He's a young man named Kipe Koma. Although I dare say young isn't the first word that comes to mind when looking at him.
What?
Kipe Koma? It can't be. Huh? You know him too?
Yeah, he's supposed to be dead.
No, perhaps they simply share a name. The Kipe Koma we know should have died 6 years ago.
Huh? Died? What do you mean?
Would you mind taking a look at this, Avi?
A portrait sketch. And who might this be?
The Kipe Koma you know wouldn't happen to look like this, would he?
Kipe Koma? Oh, no, he doesn't look like this at all.
Yep, this isn't him.
Wait a minute. I didn't even think of it. But what if Kipe's immortal? What if Kipe is also immortal? And the way he looks has changed. Remember, whenever someone becomes an 800-year immortal, they cast off their old body. I didn't even think of that, but maybe they are the same in person. But this is Kipe Koma's old body. This is Kipe Koma's old body before becoming an 800-year immortal.
I see. Could you give us a curse stone you have, Sears? Sure. Here you go. Soto, would you mind taking a look at this one too?
Of course. Huh? This is...
Yep.
the curse of Tomoshige, and it has the power to cleave its target in two. Ma'am, this is it. The curse from the Toba case.
I thought so.
What's going on? Everyone's so excited all of a sudden.
Right, I suppose we should explain. The name of the man in the sketch I just showed you is Kipe Koma. He was killed 6 years ago, and his skeletal remains were recently found in Toba. The cause of his death was a curse, one that kills its victim by slicing through them, bone and all. In other words, it's highly likely he was killed by the curse within this curse stone, the curse of Tomoshige. Huh? Wait, but wouldn't that mean...
You're telling me that this Kipe Koma was killed 6 years ago by a curse wielded by Kipe Koma?
Yes, in other words...
I would say of these answers, I would say the current Koma is an imposter. Let me save that just in case. I would argue the current one's an imposter.
The Kipe Koma you know, the company present, is a different man. He used his curse stone to kill the real one 6 years ago and assume his identity.
You're telling me he isn't the real Koma?
I see. So that's how it is.
In that case, who is the man calling himself Kipe Koma now?
I can't say, but it seems like he's quite the dangerous fellow. Good thing we managed to take his curse stone, I'll say. That's the thing, though. Who's to say he doesn't have another? There are infinite possibilities for curses, I feel. Who's to say he doesn't have another curse stone that's even more powerful than the friggin' Tomoshige curse? Or even the curse of the Forsaken Fish. We know of a bunch of the different powerful curses from, Heck, what if he actually has one of the curses from Mysteries of Honjo? That's not technically impossible. Maybe at some point in between, he got his hands on it.
Yeah, at the very least, we shouldn't have to worry about him using his curse anymore. By the way, I believe you said that this Ikoma is Yoshiatsu Yamashina's apprentice.
If that's the case, then Yamashina had someone working for him who had a curse stone. Could Yamashina have been pulling the strings from behind the scenes?
It's possible. We should get in touch with Detective Ide and see if we can't take Yamashina in for questioning. With any luck, he'll be able to detain Ikoma as well. Is something wrong? We kind of already told Ikoma about the Forsaken Fish Curse Stone.
He did help us out early, after all. It only felt fair.
I suppose we can assume that that information has reached Yamashina as well, then. Alright, he also asked us to look for a bronze mirror that's used to lift the Curse of the Raging Waves. The still-tied mirror, I think. The still-tied mirror, eh? Just what could he be planning? Either way, it seems we'll have to keep an eye out for any movement on his end. Ah yes, we were hoping you could do us a little favor, Sears. It seems you don't have a mermaid to be searching for anymore, so perhaps you could use that extra time to help us out. What do you think, Avi?
Very well, permission granted.
How kind of you. It's nothing strenuous, I assure you. We just want you to find out Kibe Koma's current whereabouts, that's all. Oh, so just an ordinary tour then. We want to focus on getting the Curse of the Raging Waves lifted as soon as possible, you see. It would be a huge help if you could pin him down in the meantime. He's definitely up to something, and most importantly, you know what he looks like. We'll ask a detective from the Mie police to look into things there too, but one can never be too cautious.
Both his true identity and goal remain unclear. Be very careful when dealing with him.
I guess that means we'll have to go back to the mainland for now?
We do have some time left before the last ferry is set to sail, I suppose.
Okay then. I do want to find out what's going on too, so we'll see what we can do there.
It seems we'll be helping out with your work then, in that case. Please do consider putting in a word on my behalf.
Alright. I'll see what I can do.
Please, I do not want to get thrown in jail for using a curse stone.
We appreciate the help. If you learn anything of note, leave a message at the station, alright? Got it.
Alright.
I suppose we should see about lifting the Curse of the Raging Waves then. Let's get in touch with Detective Ide first. We can find Wakamura after then and see if we can't get him to cooperate.
Understood. Let's be on our way then.
Alright. Point of contact. Now, something that's also confusing me. It looks like there's also something here. The driving Kamishima, Avi and Sears continue to ask around about mermaids, but this garners suspicion they find themselves unable to gain any information. Endings. I'm not going to touch that yet. I think that's going to be for, like, getting different endings, because, like, technically speaking, we also could have continued by killing freaking, Kikuko. So, let's hold off on that for now. How about that? Point of contact. From Unkakadono to the Curse of the Raging Waves, Sato and Tsukasa run around the island searching for answers to the mountain of problems before them. Alright. Let's think back to what has happened. After calming down Tsukasa, who had the wrong idea after seeing me with Shotaro by the beach. I explained at the Kante Kisha ruins that I was an immortal, and that Mr. Wakamura was planning to hand me over to someone called Unkakadono. The two of us searched for a way to stop the Curse of the Raging Waves. We also stopped by the Wakamura house home to apologize to Shotaro, but no one was there. After that, we met with Tsuyu, and I learned about who Mermaid Kuchi truly was, as well as how the Curse of the Raging Waves had been kept at bay by the bronze mirror she left behind. We also ran into Azami. He looked desperate, saying the Kamishima hand mirror that Kiko had given me was dangerous, and he was going around collecting them. Tsukasa and I hand ours over to him. Okay, so now things are a little different.
Then after that...
No one died because there's no more mirrors around. Right?
Right.
Can't find Mr. Wakamura anywhere. We need to tell him about the bronze mirror as soon as possible. Yeah. Oh, those two. Oh yeah, they're the ones who were looking for the old man's place. Excuse me.
Hello.
Oh, if it isn't Sato. Good timing. I got something to discuss if you don't mind. Oh, alright. I actually have something to ask myself.
Huh? Since when did you get to know each other?
Oh, right. We actually talked a bit after the last time we met. These two are from the Tokyo Metropolitan Police Department. They're here to lift the curse of the raging waves.
Wait, seriously? Since when does the police deal in curses?
Well, since the last game.
We're a special unit dedicated to things like this. I hope we can be of help.
Surroundings.
You end up passing through this intersection no matter where you go on the island. A narrow path with a gentle breeze. It makes for a nice peaceful afternoon.
Huh?
I swear I saw something and catch the light behind me for just a second.
What? Huh? What? Well?
There's an old well here. These days most houses have running water, so it isn't used anymore. In the story that Suyu told us earlier, the bronze mirror was apparently found at the bottom of this very well. I can't even imagine how the mayor managed to find it here. That's some real tenacity.
Hmm?
This is a town clock, which is sort of the symbol of the street. Standing quietly at the town center, its gentle ticking marks the years as it watches over people's lives.
What did it catch on? What did light catch on?
That cloak must be so hot. How does he stay so calm and collected?
Thank you for your time the other day.
Oh, not at all. I'm sorry I couldn't be of more help. She seems like she's accepting it, but even Tsukasa probably doesn't get everything from that quick explanation. Can't blame her, though. I still don't fully understand it myself.
You spoke with them yesterday, Sato?
Yeah, they're specialists from a special unit called the Paranormal Affairs Bureau. They even saw right through me.
Wait, you mean they figured out you're immortal?
Yep, the first time anyone's managed it.
Wow, I guess real professionals can figure out things like that. I guess real professional, yeah.
But why is she dressed like a housewife? She doesn't look like police at all.
Well,
Mind if I start from my side, then? Oh, not at all. The good news is, we figured out how to lift the curse of the raging waves. Really? You have?
Oh, seriously? That's huge.
The bad news is that we need a few things to do it. We're in the middle of tracking them down. If that's the case, let us help you.
Yeah, what do you need?
Well, the first is called the Steel-Tide Mirror. A mirror used to hold back the curse of the raging waves.
I know it.
We know where that is. At least, I think we do. You do? We just heard about from Tsuyu Minakuchi. I see. 5 years ago, Mira Minakuchi tried to break the curse with that mirror, but failed. That explains why people blamed her for the Southern Sea disaster.
If that mirror from back then is still here, then it's very likely to be a still-time mirror.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to talk to you about, too. I see. Thank you. Sounds like the pieces are coming together.
Oh, that was easy.
But there is still one more piece we need. A descendant of the Taishima people. Which likely means Mira Minakuchi's son, Yuza Minakuchi, would be our best candidate.
Yeah, that should work.
Do you know where he is right now?
Not sure. We've been looking too, since we wanted to pass along what Tsuyu told us.
Alright, we'll go search for him. Really, that would be a huge help. We'll go and secure the mirror.
Time is tight. If we split up, we'll need a point of contact in case we can't find each other. Could one of you stay in place and handle communications between us?
Good plan. Could one of you take on that? Point of contact. It'd be best if it...
Why is there... I don't like that, but I guess me.
I'll do it.
Oh, really?
Thanks, Sato. Where should we make the meeting spot? How the community hall on Chio Street? There's also a phone there we could use. Got it. I'll be waiting there, so call if anything comes up.
Why do I get the feeling Tsukasa's gonna die and we're gonna need Sato to go so that she can die but then just come back to life?
Thank you. That will be a huge help. Alright then, we'll retrieve the bronze mirror first, then track down Yuzumi Akuchi and work on lifting the curse.
Okay then, Sato. Good luck.
If I finally use that, I'll pass along what Tsuyu told us. Please do. I'll be waiting here if you need anything.
Alright. Oh yeah, that 100% leads to a different story path. Look at that. Nope. Ooh. So we already have potentially 2 branching. To the sanctuary. After taking steps to distract Kikuko from her plot to unleash a curse that will cause a mass murder on Kamishima, Yuza asks Azami to retrieve the hand mirrors Kikuko distributed across the island. Shortly after, Yuza is summoned for an audience with Yumiko Shiki. Hey! It's me.
Ah, there you are. You're Yuzumi Akuchi, correct?
That's me. I was told to come here, so here I am. Huh? Were you sitting here too, Azami?
Who, me? No, I was just passing by when I heard about what's going on, so I decided to wait here for you.
Thanks, Azami. So, as I understand it, you are the 2 brave police officers who were sent out here from Tokyo to deal with the curse of the raging waves.
Brave? I wouldn't go that far. My name is Yumiko Shiki, and this is Soto Kiryu.
Pleased to meet you.
Am I mistaken, or did the 2 of you visit Kamishima yesterday as well? It almost seems as if you ran away at the sight of me. Did I do something to scare you off?
Dear me, you noticed us, did you? My apologies. I will explain everything shortly. Before I forget, that fellow over there has business with you as well, Yuza.
Huh? Oh, Mr. Wakamura!
He was fairly suspicious of us at first, but it seems we finally earned his trust. He's kindly agreed to assist us in putting an end to the curse of the raging waves.
Wait, really?
Really? But tell me, is it true that you're already familiar with this curse? That's what your friend here told us.
Yeah, more or less.
Good. Then it seems we're all up to speed.
It's me. I'm playing as... Oh god, why are you here? He looks like a thumb. The rays of sunlight beaming down amidst this stifling humidity are accompanied by a chorus of cicadas that somehow intensifies the heat. I feel like there's gonna be one of those little birdies here. I'm not sure. Hey, Azam. He's probably working at his gray matter into overdrive trying to keep up with everything going on. I wish there was time to explain everything properly. Honestly, I barely understand any of it myself. I'm gonna check everyone first before continuing. Can't put my finger on it, but there's something mysterious about this woman. And I had no idea they were actually police officers who handled supernatural affairs. This man is Miss Shiki's assistant. Apparently he's not officially with the police. Right now he's just quietly following orders. But for some reason, I get the feeling he's the type who's really scary when they're angry. Yeah. Hey, Wakamura. So Mr. Wakamura has been trying to end the curse of the raging waves too, huh? Let's start with Azami. Azams. That reminds me. Any luck with those hand mirrors, Azami?
No worries there. I got them all back.
Every last one. You must be the fastest mirror collector in Japan. I knew I could count on you. Thanks, Azami.
Oh. Are you talking about the mirrors Tsutsui was handing out earlier?
Huh? How'd you know? I realized they were dangerous, so I had Azami collect them all.
Really? Does that mean you figured out they were the targets of a curse?
Wait.
You knew about that?
So it was true! What's the deal with these things anyway?
I see. So these curse stones can be used to kill people instantly. But since Kikuko's curse stone was confiscated, the danger's passed.
Phew, what a relief.
What I want to know is how you found out that Kiko intended to use those hand mirrors as the targets of her curse to begin with. About that. I'm not sure you'll believe me, but...
Tomokazuki.
What? You encountered Tomokazuki while you were diving and it showed you a vision. That's the long and short of it. Any idea what it means? Paranormal encounters are your area of expertise, after all.
I have known instances of phenomena capable of instilling memories. However, your experience is not filled with any of them.
I wonder why the thing looked like you. That's the strangest part in my book.
Was it an actual version of him from the future?
Hold up, you don't think this Tomokazuki would be a kind of curse, do you? It is true that some curses are accompanied by phantoms known as curse echoes. Yet, as the apparition used the encounter warned him of impending danger, it seems unlikely to have been the product of a harmful curse. That being said, I'm afraid I cannot begin to guess its true nature. Well, at least that hand mirror curse is dealt with. That's a load off our minds.
Right, but we're not done yet. One calamity down, one to go.
Oh yeah, guess we can't relax till the curse of the raging waves is broken too.
I don't know why I clicked on him again. Oh, community hall. This building is where the neighborhood association meetings are held. Tsukasa must have made the most of her family ties to gain free access to it as a relay station. Apparently Sato's still inside, waiting to handle communications. Lucky, but it's nice and cool in there with the air conditioner on. Again, I feel like they're still gonna... I don't think we're safe yet. Even though the curse of Tomoshige has been dealt with, there's still every possibility another curse is still active. Or another curse stone is still waiting to be used. I highly doubt that Kipe Koma, or at least whoever's pretending to be him, is gonna just give one of his most deadly weapons away just like that. I bet you he's still got something up his sleeve.
Regarding that being you encountered, Yuza, what you called the Tomokazuki. While it does seem to resemble the Tomokazuki featured in the folklore of this region, I suspect it was something else entirely.
What? Why? What are the Tomokazuki anyway?
They are both the spirits of Amadivers who were lost beneath the waves in the past, and malevolent spirits born from the fear Amadivers harbor toward accidents at sea.
Oh, shouldn't you be out exercising them then?
The latter type of spirit is the most numerous, so as long as those fears persist, they will always return. However, they do not possess sufficient power to cause real harm. So long as you carry the proper charms, they cannot affect you.
So those Seimon and Domon symbols aren't just for show, huh? Apparently not.
Indeed, that is why I cannot help but wonder what it is you truly encountered down there.
Yeah, it wasn't a Tomokazuki, because if it was a Tomokazuki, wouldn't it have been repelled by the symbols on the outfit? Evidently that didn't happen, though.
I'm here. Talk to me. So, you found out about the curse of the raging waves then, eh, boy?
Yeah, to an extent, anyway.
I always figured your mother was behind it, but in that she was descended from them raiders, but...
Wait, really? That's why you blame my mom for the disaster? Well, you had it all wrong. Turns out she's a descendant of the Taishima Islanders, the victims.
Seems you know more than you're letting on.
Oh no, that's just what Gran said.
So you knew about this too, huh? Suppose I should have known. But see here, your mother tried to end the curse 5 years ago and failed, didn't she? If that's what brought the disaster, I wasn't so far off after all, was I?
You're a dickhead.
But be that as it may, I still owe you an apology for pinning the curse on your mother all this time. Especially seeing as she was the one who found the bronze mirror and held the curse back for us. For what it's worth, I'm sorry.
That's nice to hear.
Good on you, Mr. Wakamura. At least you can admit when you made a mistake.
When your own instructor comes along and tells you to change your views, what choice do you have?
Instructor? Are you talking about that sorcerer friend of yours?
That's right. We discovered the sorcerer's identity. From there, it wasn't too difficult to reach an understanding.
That's how we earned this fellow's cooperation as well. Wait, we know his identity?
Seems I misjudged you. If my instructor says you're the real deal, then I reckon you must be.
Who's the instructor then?
But just to be sure now, you do have a way to end this curse of the raging waves, yes? I can trust you on that?
Yes, there's still a few points we need to confirm, but it is guaranteed to work.
And if that's true, then I suppose I won't be needing Ukakadono's help anymore.
Ukagadono? You mean to say that Yamashina has known of a way to break the curse all along?
Well, you know about Ukakadono too, huh? As a matter of fact, just yesterday he told me out of the blue he'd found a way to end it. Say he'd tell me what it is on the condition I brought him Sato Shiranani.
Information you got from Ikoma. I have no doubt. And he asked for the girl. I see. And you were prepared to hand her over. Isn't she a relative of yours?
So what if I was? That's got nothing to do with you.
If you say so. In any case, the information Yamashina had for you must be the same as what we have to share. So there's no longer any need for you to betray your own kin.
I'll hold you to that. All the same, I'm not sure.
Is something else troubling you?
According to you, when Mayor Minakuchi failed to break the curse, it brought on the disaster 5 years ago. But, is that really the truth?
What are you getting at?
Well, if the steel-tied mirror worked as it should, there wouldn't have been no disaster, would there?
I think I see where he's coming from, honestly.
That only leaves us one possibility, don't it? That the Raising Waves curse bearer was stirring up trouble.
Yeah. By curse bearer, I assume you mean a descendant of the raiders of Taishima.
Exactly. If someone of that lineage got anywhere near the Sun Sea, the wrath of the Taishima would turn up those waters into a maelstrom.
So there's gotta be someone on the island. So there's gotta have been someone who got near at the time that was a descendant of the raiders.
Anyhow, my instructor swears that's the true cause of the disaster 5 years ago, and I'm inclined to agree.
So that's your theory, is it? Now I understand why you suspected Mayor Minakuchi's heritage. It's because you thought she was descended from the raiders, but it was the other way around. She was descended from the people that got raided. But that leaves the question of who is the one. But it seems like he might be right. But if that's the case, then who is the person that's descended from the raiders? If we can figure that out, we might have a lead on like what exactly happened 5 years ago. Though I gather this instructor of yours never actually accused her of being the curse bearer.
True, never was sure on that point. Said we couldn't be certain, given how it'd been 5 years and all.
Freeman. Sorry.
But all things considered, who would blame me for being suspicious of her? No one knew where she came from.
I don't wish to doubt your instructor, but I'm not sure how much water this theory holds.
Yet we cannot rule it out entirely, given what we know of the sorcerer's power.
So you're skeptical, eh? Not as if you have a better idea, though, is it?
While you do have a point, the issue remains. If Mare wasn't the curse bearer, who else could it have been? The question is it somebody on the island right now, or is it somebody we know? If you want my opinion, I think our biggest point of concern is Kipe, or whoever this guy is. We now know his identity is not actually Kipe Koma. We know that the real Kipe Koma is dead. So who the hell is this guy? Hey. I feel like this guy might be a descendant of the Raiders. He might have some involvement somehow.
Well, I can't say I figured that out yet, but...
Sorry to interrupt, but I have something to say. Yes. Assuming my mom wasn't the Raging Waves curse bearer, I have a theory. See, I've read over the reports of the incident again and again, and there's something I noticed. Oh? And what might that be? Well... I don't know. What? I don't know. I'm saving the game here because I actually don't know what you want me to say here, game. There's another possible cause, there's another suspect, and this isn't the work of a curse.
Another suspect? The person was on board was... Wait. I need to see the Southern Sea file. Hang on. The Southern Sea disaster. The medium-sized fishing vessel Daiichi Kyosui Maru foundered. Captain Kichi Kumoe and all 5 crew members reported missing. Ome Maru foundered. Captain Yukiji Nishikawa and 1 passenger, identity unknown, reported missing. Miyakuchi Maru foundered. Get that there. Yuza was on the Minakuchi Maru. Wait a minute. But if that's the case, there's something that doesn't add up. Who the hell's this missing guy? Yukiji Nishikawa? Nishikawa? Kishi Nishikawa. Wait. Kishi Nishikawa? What is he? What was it called again? I hit the wrong button, damn it. Not that button. Oh, Victory, thank you for the follow. Trying to figure this out real quick, though. The boat was the Ome Maru. I remember reading that the identity of one of the passengers aboard the Ome Maru was unknown. Couldn't they have been the curse bearer? Interesting. Well, Mr. Wakamura, what do we know of this mysterious individual?
Ome Maru. That was Yukiji Nishikawa's boat. As I recall, according to the departure declaration, the Ome Maru had taken someone on board, someone in business on the mainland who had research to do. But as no name was given, no one had a clue who they were.
Oh, I thought the point of these declarations was to keep a record in case of an accident. Sounds to me like someone was careless.
I can't deny that.
So this passenger was never identified.
So who were they?
No, but mind you, eyewitness reports say that when the Ome Maru set sail that day, the captain was alone on board.
Wait, what?
So maybe he picked them up from the mainland, or maybe they never boarded to begin with. Who's to say?
But do you think it's possible this person could have been the curse bearer?
Could be, if it wasn't there. Make for a hell of a coincidence, though.
Again, the question is who's the identity of this mystery person? Unfortunately, since this Nishikawa fella isn't around, there's no way to find out.
If only.
I've already apologized, so I can't say that much concerns me anymore. All I care about now is putting an end to the curse of the raging waves.
Alright, I think we only haven't talked to you now.
Where shall we begin?
Let's talk about breaking the curse.
400 years ago, an Onmyoji sealed the entrance to Ryugu in an attempt to contain the curse of the raging waves, and left behind instructions as to how the curse could be broken after 400 years had elapsed. There are 3 steps that must be followed.
Just 3, huh?
First, thou must unbind my seal. First, thou must unbind my seal, risen from the depths from with the iron box.
I feel like that step's already been... That's referring to what, to what Avi and Circe did. So we already got step 1 done. Second, thou must offer the still-tide mirror bequeathed by the sacrifice to the sanctuary. So that's referring to, yeah, this. So we just need to look for a still-tide mirror. And then third, let those who share blood with the lost souls of Taishima be the ones that offer appeasement. So at this point, all we gotta do really is get... We should be able to just get the still-tide mirror to Yuza. And ideally that would allow it to be complete?
That should be the wording, if I remember correctly. Let's consider each of the steps in turn. First, as to the iron box that refers to the container in which these instructions were kept. It surfaced when the entrance to Ryugu was unsealed. It stands to reason that the seal mentioned in the first step must also have appeared somewhere.
Oh, we still have to look for the seal then. I'm wrong. What is a seal anyway?
It's the Onmyoji's own symbol, the same symbol used to seal the entrance to Ryugu. This is what it looks like. I expect we'll find a mark identical to the one on this map somewhere on the seafloor.
So we'll probably have to do more diving minigame for that. You think it'll be from where that ghost came from? It's the only thing I can think of, really.
The marked location is likely the sanctuary mentioned in the second step. It should be in the vicinity of Kamishima.
That would make it somewhere near the place where I went diving this morning. Did I say something like that? I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't remember. I'm gonna be real. I really don't remember. I'm gonna say I did, but I don't know if I'm telling a lie or not. Am I lying? Oh, come to think of it, I did see a symbol like that on the seafloor. If I did, I didn't see it.
You're certain?
Yeah, it was definitely the same symbol, and it was covered in chains. I guess we'll need to break them.
That may be what the Onmyoji meant by unbind. Sounds like the first step won't give us too much trouble, at least. On to the next then. The second step centers around the still-tide mirror, bequeathed by the sacrifice. That's gotta be the mirror Minakuchi found, which we have just retrieved from the shrine in the bay.
Oh, so we have it. From what I heard, that mirror is what's been holding the curse in check for all these years.
Right. And now it must be offered to the sanctuary.
The former site of the Taishima sanctuary should lie in that area. Perhaps that's the location we seek.
In that case, I reckon the hole where I encountered the Tomokazuki is the most likely spot. After all, it only appeared a few months back. I can't think of anything else it could be.
That does seem likely.
The only problem is, there's no way through. Well, you know what that means. Get a submarine.
Huh? How's that?
Well, there's a powerful current in there. Going too far and it'll drag you down to the depths in an instant.
That does not strike me as a natural phenomenon. It is possible the sanctuary lies within. And perhaps one must have the still-tide mirror in the hand to pass through safely.
That makes sense.
And it seems the way forward is clear, as far as the first two steps are concerned.
Right. That just leaves a third.
The final instruction stipulates that a descendant of the Taishima Islanders must carry out these tasks, meaning you, Yuza.
So that's why it was called here, huh? First, I'll need to find the seal on the seafloor and unbind it. After that, all that's left is to take the still-tide mirror through that hole and offer it to the sanctuary.
We're counting on you, Yuza. If you pull this off, the curse of the raging waves should be broken for good.
Let's hop to it then. I'll take you out in the boat.
Thanks, Izami. Sounds like this is a job for a patron saint of diving.
The patron saint? Who are you talking about?
Don't worry about it. It's a private joke.
Well, I do hope you're taking this seriously, Yuza. The fate of this curse rests with you.
Don't worry, I'll get it done. Breaking curses is what living legends like me were made for.
Is that so? Glad to hear it. Before you go, I have one last question to ask you, Yuza.
Oh, and what would that be?
Well, how should I put this? It's a delicate subject. Mind if I have a word? A private word?
Huh? You're an 800-year immortal, and we know. So, what do you want to talk about? Just so we're clear, if you're looking to grow pearls, I don't know anything about that.
That would require delicate handling, but that's not what I meant. Yuza, when you got caught in that disaster 5 years ago, did you by any chance encounter a mermaid?
Huh? I did.
I did, but how did you know about that? Because you tell the truth. That makes this easier. As for how I know, that would be because it's the only possible explanation.
Meaning?
Come on now, Yuza. A mermaid has cursed you with immortality. You're an 800-year immortal.
What?
You can't hide the truth from me. These eyes don't lie. I assume it occurred because during the disaster 5 years ago. You must have nearly died. But then you were revived by a mermaid and made immortal. Surely you must have realized this by now.
Yeah. You got me. I'm an immortal boy with an undying body.
Why this happened to you, I wonder?
I wish I knew. If you can tell me more about it, would you mind filling me in?
I suppose that's only fair. What would you like to know?
Mermaids. I was wondering, does me being immortal have anything to do with my mom? I mean, is there any chance she could have been a mermaid?
None whatsoever.
Oh,
In all likelihood, you received your immortality from the mermaid Sobe. You see, Mare Minakuchi was a descendant of a clan that was tasked with escorting Sobe back to Ryugu. That much I'm certain of.
is that why she tried to break the curse of the raging waves 5 years ago?
I can only assume so. However, as the seal over the entrance to Ryugu had yet to break, things didn't go as planned.
Does this mean Sobe could still be nearby? Maybe she's living in the sea around Kamishima.
I'm afraid there's little chance of that. See, when the entrance to Ryugu was unsealed 3 months ago, Sobe would have been able to return home.
Well, I guess that means mom's duty was fulfilled in the end. That's something at least. Do you know of any way I can meet this mermaid?
You don't give up easily, huh? Are you another mermaid fan?
Another fan?
Those foreigners who visited the island recently were also very keen on meeting a mermaid.
Oh, you mean the author and his young guide?
Sure do. You've spoken with them, I take it.
Actually, no, I've never met them.
But I saw them when I had that vision. Is that so? Well, all I can tell you is that it's the same thing I told them. Meeting a mermaid is no longer possible.
Does that mean there's no way to visit Ryugu either?
The thing is, Ryugu is pretty close to what's typically referred to as the afterlife. You might say it's the space between our world and the land of the dead.
And there's no way to travel there. None at all.
Sorry, no. You'll just have to accept that.
Okay. 800-year immortal. Earlier you said a mermaid cursed me. What exactly did you mean by that?
Just what it sounds like. For 800 years, you'll be incapable of aging or dying. What is that but a curse? Your very existence defies the laws of nature. You can hardly be termed human. You are now an anomalous being, something closer to a spirit. Though for that matter, I'm in no position to talk.
Huh?
Still, I do feel sorry for you. What possessed her to curse you, a mere child, I should like to know.
I always thought that mermaid saved my life. Was I wrong?
Well, that depends on how you look at things. Personally, I wouldn't call what she did saving you at all. At the end of the day, she saddled you with an existence worse than death.
Is it that terrible?
It's only been 5 years. The people around you probably think you're a late bloomer. But give it another decade or two and your static appearance will start to stand out. And should you ever meet with a would-be fatal accident in public, it's all over for you. If your immortal nature is exposed, you'll be bombarded with public scrutiny at best. At worst, you'll be captured and experimented on. Either way, from that moment on, you'll never be able to lead a normal life in human society again. Humans have always coveted immortality. Countless dream of it, even today. But the reality is, only the first few decades of your existence are bound to be enjoyable. It's only going to get harder for you as time goes on. Humans were never meant to live for hundreds of years. A lifespan that long is unendurable. It's speaking as a member of law enforcement. The existence of immortal beings must be kept hidden, or all sorts of problems can arise.
Problems? Like what?
Well, it's not easy to keep a lid on things these days, and it doesn't take much to incite a panic or start a war. Just last year, there was that ruckus over the rite of resurrection, if you'll remember. Suffice it to say, whenever I track down an 800 immortal, I can't just leave them be.
What are you saying? Are you going to arrest me?
Ordinarily, I would. Protocol dictates that I capture any 800-year immortals I find and seal them in an underground vault. That's the fate I was thinking when I mentioned that being an immortal is an existence worse than death. Don't worry, I have no intention of taking you anywhere just yet. You're a special case. The way I see it, you're essentially the victim here. Not to mention, I need your help breaking the curse of the raging waves. So it seems like we'll have to find a way to compromise. I don't know why, but you're looking for information about mermaids as well, right? Well, for starters, mermaids aren't meant to interfere in the lives of mortals. Even their kind don't approve of that.
Really?
In fact, generally speaking, creating an 800-year mortal is flat out forbidden. Despite that, Sabay made you immortal.
Maybe she knew that somebody needed to exist to stop the curse of the raging waves and decided that, well, this is like the only person left alive that's going to possibly be able to stop the curse of the raging waves. If they die, we're screwed, so I'm going to make it so you can't die. Maybe that's why?
In other words, this mermaid went out of her way to place a curse on you.
I guess that sells it. Her intent wasn't to save me after all.
Exactly. I was hoping you'd be able to tell me what made her go that far. But it turns out you're just as close as I am.
Yep.
Then all we know for sure is that something happened between Sabay and your mother that day. And that led to you being made immortal. Whether that was simply to save your life, or for some other reason, there's unfortunately no way of knowing.
There's something else that's been bugging me. Can mermaids create 800-year immortals at will? As in, you don't really have to eat their flesh.
Actually, you do. You can't become immortal without ingesting a bit of mermaid flesh, even if it's a tiny piece. However, it's not as simple as cutting off a slice. Mermaid flesh withers away the moment it's severed and loses all its efficacy. In order for a mermaid to create an immortal of her own volition, she would have to allow a human to bite her directly.
Wow, really? Ugh. How could that happen without humans' consent? I mean, I was barely conscious when I became an undead boy. An 800-year immortal.
Like I said, even the tiniest piece, a mere scrap of their tail would do the trick. You could move someone's jaw while they were unconscious and get them to bite. It's not impossible.
Oh, damn. Guess it was a lot more forceful than I was imagining. So, all you have to do is buy a living mermaid and you become immortal?
Pretty much, though I assume few mermaids would consent to that.
So that's how it works. But if the flesh has been severed, ingesting it wouldn't extend your lifespan at all, huh?
That's right. Ordinarily, anyway.
Ordinarily. You mean there's an exception?
If a mermaid's flesh is cut within the confines of Ryugu, it won't wither away. It just grows back.
Huh. Well, I've got you here. I guess I might as well ask. Is there no way to reverse immortality?
You wouldn't be the first 800 immortals to seek that possibility. But unfortunately, the answer is no. The moment you become mortal, you lose your mortal form. For good.
I see. And is there no way for an 800-year mortal to die other than waiting for their lifespan to end?
No. It's simply impossible. That is what makes it a curse.
Not that I want to experiment, but what would happen if, say, I threw my body into a furnace or a vat of acid?
The incident resulted in death. You would begin to reform, starting from the part of you with the largest remaining piece of your heart. Every other part of you would then vanish. No matter how beyond repair your body becomes, it would be healed when you resurrect.
Ugh, I see.
On the other hand, you won't be healed if your injuries aren't fatal, no matter how badly hurt you are. For example, taking the first scenario you mentioned, if your body remained in the furnace after you resurrected, you would burn to death again, then revive again, and so on in an endless cycle. All while fully conscious.
Shit. Sounds like hell.
My advice, be very careful not to fall into any bottomless pits.
Right, I'll be sure to keep that in mind if I ever go near one. By the way, you mentioned I'd resurrect from the part around my heart. Does that mean that if my head was cut off, only my body would regenerate?
Well, yes, that would be the case.
But what would happen to my consciousness, my memories, my thoughts? All of that is stored in the brain, isn't it?
That's a tough one.
Actually, you bring that up and it happened. We came back to life after our head was cut off.
As I mentioned, every part of you except the one that resurrects will vanish. So it seems likely that everything inside your head, including your consciousness, would vanish too.
That can happen. Does that mean my regenerated body would have an entirely new consciousness?
Well, it seems 800-year immortals do sometimes have fuzzy memories after they resurrect. But I've never known anyone who tried what you're describing. It's possible your consciousness would be reinstated, carried over just as it was before. Though it's equally possible that it would be divided, or become a new entity. There's no way to know unless you decide to test it yourself.
I've got an idea. No. Divided, huh?
Look, I wish I could make this easier on you. But there's nothing I can do.
Yeah.
Still, so long as you stay put on this island and keep a low profile, I'm prepared to leave you be. You've managed to keep your immortality a secret for 5 years now, after all.
Thank you. I swear I'll do everything in my power not to get found out, so please don't arrest me.
But I'm curious. What were you intending to do if you found a way to meet Sabe?
Honestly, at first I just wanted to thank her for saving me, but after what you've told me, that's changed.
How so?
Well, now I'm more curious to hear about why she decided to make me an 800-year mortal, and what happened with my mom that day.
Can't say I blame you. And I understand where you're coming from, but it just can't be done.
Even if I can't meet her, is there some other way I could learn the truth?
Well, you can't ask her directly or communicate with her in any way. But you know, I heard you had no memory of the incident 5 years ago. Is that true?
Huh? Well, yeah, the doctors reckon it's just because of the shock. Even my memories of being a mermaid are really hazy.
Then isn't it possible Sobe told you something that day?
It's just we forgot.
If so, the memory of what you heard must be buried in the depths of your subconsciousness.
If I can find a way to remember it. But I wouldn't even know where to start. Where would I find my memory of a mermaid?
I don't know. The only piece of advice I have for you is to think back. Delve into your memories and scour them from corner to corner. Think about it. You must have encountered Sobe before. All you need to do is locate your memory of that time. Alright then, we better head back, or your friend will start to wonder what's happened to you.
Right. Thanks for answering my questions. Welcome back. Everything okay, Yuza? Of course. If it wasn't, I'd have had to make a dramatic entrance. Glad to see your usual oddball self. Guess there's nothing to worry about then.
Well, I dare say that covers everything we need to discuss. It's time the two of you were on your way. The curse won't break itself.
Come on, Yuza. Future Kamishima is riding on you. Right. I'll do everything I can.
Yuza, if you end this curse, I'll see to it that the rumors about you go away and that you're hailed as a hero of Kamishima. She'll get it done.
You hear that, Yuza? This is your chance to clear your name for good.
Sounds like a fair deal. You can count on me, Mr. Wakamura. Alright. To the water.
Ready to roll, Yuza? You have that bronze mirror with you.
Yep, got it right here. Ready when you are.
Guess you better start by finding the steel that needs to be unbound or whatever.
Right. Shouldn't have too much trouble finding it again. It's somewhere near the hole I found last time.
Good luck, Yuza. I'll be waiting right here.
Oh god, I'm doing this again! Is there anything new, or is it just all the same? Okay, it's all just the same. What if I just stop diving? Oh. Continue diving. Diver rank 8. Begin. There was like a tip it gave me before, but I've already forgotten what it was. All I know is I'm gonna collect a bunch of this stuff. Do 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 do. All right, get me out of here.
Let me
Gathering complete.
Yuza, you're supposed to be looking for the thing. What are you doing, you idiot?
I want fish. Fish. Two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7. Nah, I'm not gonna be able to make it. Little bits at a time, I guess. Dive down again. Whee! Give me that. Give me that.
No! Oh, air! Air, please!
I'm alive.
Rank 9.
I'm doing swim faster. I want all the speed. Back down we go. Sticker.
Get me out!
I'm alive. It is honestly kind of just fun just doing this little diving minigame. Mockingbird 12. I don't know if you actually need to have like max upgrades in certain spots to get. You probably don't. But there's also the fact that I don't know. The game said that we've seen the symbol in the water, right? When? I cannot for the life of me recall ever seeing that symbol during this segment of the game when I was playing through it. Not a second do I recall
So, if the game's telling the truth, I don't know. All I remember is... Well, I don't remember anything. That's the point. I think it said go away from starfish, I think. I remember that. If you want lots of stuff, go away from starfish. Give me that. Get me out of here! I'm alive! I keep getting almost 10! I'm so close yet so far from getting the stupid bonus! I don't even see anything. There we go.
Get me out of here!
I didn't get that time either. Damn you, game.
I keep getting no. It's gonna actually make me crash out. The fact that I keep getting just 9. I'm actually gonna crash out. I'm losing it. I think I need more air is what I need. I think I'm going fast enough already. I mean, I can go faster, obviously, with another upgrade, but I feel like the speed's good enough for getting, like... No, I want it. I'm greedy.
I'm dying to death.
I actually got it!
I did it. Finally.
Alright, give me some friggin' diving air. Wow, I'm already like halfway there. Ooh. I still don't know where the symbol the game says I'm looking for is. I was really surprised when it said like, oh, you gotta just look for the symbol that you saw again. It's like, I never saw what you're talking about. What do you mean? What's this other symbol? Nah, I never heard of it. I never seen it. Mind showing me where that was again? Nope, gotta get back. But I do lose a lot less air now. From, I am kind of surprised there's not, like, more to it, though. Oh, hey, I got the 10. Ooh, that's a good amount, yes! Getting all the diving air. I can finally breathe.
I am truly
Glug glug. Oh, that's a lot of air. Holy crap. Next, I'm probably going to want to get the searching function upgraded. Because, I don't know where the thing is that it's looking for, but hopefully it would show up on the thing. Alright. How much air do I lose going up now? Not a lot. I got, like, a lot of leeway. How much did I get there? Oh, easily in the 10s. Now we're getting real... Now we're getting somewhere. A zombie just watching me is like, collect enough food to feed the entire island. I know we need to save it. I know we need to solve one of our problems, but this is not what I meant, Yuza. I must find more food. And again, I still don't know where the symbol... Oh, wait a minute. There is something over here. bird. But now it feels like I can explore everywhere here. I can go for one more. Alright, that might have screwed me. Not gonna lie.
Please. Save my soul.
Okay. 12. 1,000. I ain't gonna lie, I kinda want I know I'm just delaying, but at the same time, I'm having fun. Whoa. Oh, hey, achievement unlocked. Collect 10 in Mockingbird stickers, and achievement unlock, get 1,000 points. Or something like that. Or I think it was like 10,000 points. Or something. It said something. How fast am I gonna go now? That feels pretty fast. In fact, it feels a little, maybe too fast even. It might just be a little on the too fast end, yeah.
Ah! Ah! Free me! Help! My foot!
I forgot all about that. I was like, what is happening? Oh, I still got a lot of points. Not enough to level up though. Zombie, you got anything to say?
Still, there should be somewhere near the hole you found before, right? Reckon you'll find if you turn around and keep swimming that way after diving.
So go towards the hole. Okay. I see it. I see it. Oh, lordy gee.
Snap, damn you! Die! Die, damn you! Yeah!
Well, I'm going back up, I guess. My only real goal was to get that cut. Well, the seal's unhooked. Nothing.
Seal's been dealt with, but have you taken another look at that hole you found yet?
Oh, I was supposed to. Okay. Do I just go down it now? Good. Looks like that powerful current has receded. I should be able to make it through now. Only one way to find out. Alright. Time to go. Hey. Oh, I don't like this. This place feels vaguely familiar. Have I been here before? Maybe I'm just imagining things. No, we've been here. Dive. Has anything changed? Oh, this is horrifying. Hey, there's nothing down here. There's a tunnel here. Is this the right way? Where am I? There's no open space here, but it's pitch dark. Could this be a sanctuary? I think I brought my flashlight. Let's see. I don't like the idea of turning the flashlight on, to be honest with you. So you can't see anything, but I can feel presence here. Maybe I should try switching on my flashlight. I'd rather not, but okay. Now I can see. Time to have a good look around. I don't like the prospect of doing this. If I turn around, all I can see is the way I came through. I don't like this. This would be the left of the entrance, I think. Nothing here, though.
I'm about to get jump scared. I can already feel it. It's hard to get my bearings, but I think this has to be the right. Nothing about a wall. Deeper we go. This should be the way to take me further in. Hmm? There's still an archway over there. Could that be the entrance to Ryugu? I should take a closer look. Why can I do that? Why can I do... Okay. Huh? I'm sure I saw something just now. It's Hayase. What happens if I go deeper? Hey! What the hell was that? Yay! Run! Wait a minute. Is that the mermaid Hayase? Not in the flesh, but what's it called? A curse echo, like the imprint of a curse. What if the mermaid's echo indicates the presence of a curse? So, now's my chance to offer up the still-tight mirror. I don't know! Offer? Here. Now, curse of the raging waves, heed my call, and troubles no more. Go away! Did I do it? What'd I do? Oh, did I do it?
Ah, there you are. Good work out there. We felt it the moment you pulled it off. The curse of the raging waves is gone for good, and it's all thanks to you.
Indeed, a job well done. The cursed aura that once enveloped the island has faded without trace.
Really? Phew. You sure couldn't tell, but turns out it worked. You hear that, Yuza? You did it!
Yeah, now we can finally relax.
Well, that's certainly one problem taken care of. Now my assistant and I can focus on another issue that requires our attention.
Already. Sounds like you got a lot on your plate.
Naturally, our convenience is of little concern to the paranormal. There you are. I've been looking all over for you.
Huh? Oh, hey, Tsukasa. What's up?
Not you, I'm talking to Shigi. There's a call over for you at the station, ma'am.
A call. I suppose this must be a police matter. Understood. I'll head over there right away.
You'll have to excuse us, but if there's anything else, feel free to contact me.
I will. Thanks for everything. So the game's over, right? We ended the mermaid's curse?
So, Spill, what happened with the curse?
It's gone. Yuza did it.
Yay! Nice one, Yuza.
You know, I reckon I've got a knack for this. Maybe I'll go ahead into the curse breaking business. Hit me up if you need any other curses broken. I mean, to be fair, we can't die, so...
You never know. That might be your true calling. Maybe it suits you even better than being an Ama diver.
Come to think of it, we better let old man Wakamura know how it all went down. Where'd he get off to anyway?
Don't ask me. Maybe he went home?
Probably. How about Yuza? Wanna go see him?
Yeah, okay. I suppose we did make that deal. But I can wait till after I've had a chance to change clothes and take a breather. I'm beat.
Fair enough. Guess it's like not like there's any hurry, huh? In the meantime, I'll go work on the boat. Let's meet up later, yeah?
As for me, I'll track down Sato and Sui and fill them in. Later.
So yeah, the game should be beat, right? Several hours later.
By the way, Yuza, you haven't given up on finding the mermaid, have you? Any new leads?
Sort of. Mishiki shared some information with me earlier when she pulled me aside.
Really? Oh, I guess experts on the supernatural would know about mermaids too, huh? So, what'd she say? Did you find out what you have to do to meet one?
Actually, it turns out the mermaid who saved me isn't in this world anymore.
Huh? What's that supposed to mean?
Means she's gone back to Ryugu. the world beyond. Apparently it's a place between this world and the world of the dead.
Wait, really? Does that mean mermaids aren't from our world?
Guess not.
Well, sounds like you hit a dead end. Hey, Mr. Wakamura, you in? Come and tell you the good news. Yuza did it. He broke the curse, so you better keep up your end of the deal.
I'm worried. Maybe he didn't hear you? Why do I have a very ill sense of foreboding?
Hey, anybody home? I'm coming in. Huh? The door's already open.
That's weird. That's weird.
Mr. Wakamura? What the?
Yep, I had a feeling.
Why is he... Mr. Wakamura, don't tell me he's...
I don't believe it. That wound. Did a curse cause it? But we ended the curse, didn't we? Why is he dead?
Why is he dead? What do you mean, end of... What do you mean?
A phone call and fabrication. Avi, did you... What happened? Why am I Oh, no. Oh, no. Don't tell me. Don't tell me what I think happened. Fabrication. Did we actually get the still-tied mirror? Let's talk the phone call first. Phone call. Just when the curse of the raging waves has been lifted, it seems Kamishima no longer has any curses left to fear. Yumiko receives a phone call that changes everything. Alright.
Hello, this is Shiki speaking.
Oh, it's me, Miss Shiki. It's me, Ide from the Mie Police Department.
Oh, Detective Ide. What is it?
Right after we got your call, we went to look into that Yamashina, and that Koma guy you mentioned was working for him.
Oh, that's right. How'd it go?
Not well, that's for sure. We found the old man murdered in his own home. Why is he dead? Wait, what?
What?
Where's Yamashina?
What on earth happened to Yamashina?
Well, we tried getting in touch with the secretary first, but he wasn't responding to any attempts to contact him. So we went to his house together, but ended up having to use a spare key to get in there, as there wasn't anyone else around. After looking around a bit, we found what looked like a cell in one of the outlying buildings that had been shut up tight.
A cell?
Yep, we found Yamashina there, collapsed in a pool of blood. We called an ambulance right away, but we could tell at a glance it was already too late.
That bad, was it?
Worse than bad. Just remembering it sends a shiver down my spine. He had this massive wound, like a sharp blade had sliced through his torso, bone and all. How are people still getting affected with the curse of Tomoshige? Unless the heirloom we got is a fake or something, or unless there's a multiple ones.
What?
That shouldn't be possible. First thing that came to mind was the skeletons in the Toba case. Very reminiscent, don't you think?
Very, but it couldn't be. Do we have an estimated time of death yet?
We're still investigating, but the blood wasn't even dry. I put it within the past few hours.
The curse stone house and the curse of Tomoshige has been in my possession the entire time. There's no way anyone else could have used it.
So how did they get affected?
My thoughts exactly.
Is it possible for a curse to exist in multiple curse stones? Yamashina is quite the big shot in politics and business around these parts. There's worry news of his death might cause a stir, so the higher-ups will probably want us to keep mum about it for now.
I see. That might be the best, yes.
Weren't there a load of rumors about some succession crisis going on with him?
There were indeed, though according to the man himself, he'd already chosen his successor, and handed his will to his lawyer to boot.
Oh, really? That should make things more go more smoothly at least.
Wait, you don't think there's a possibility that might have served as a motive?
You mean the culprit might have been mad they weren't chosen as a successor? I can see that if he hadn't left a will, but you said he had, right?
True. Perhaps they didn't know about it?
Either way, there are more people out there who'd want Yamashina dead than you can shake a stick at. Finding our culprit based on motive will probably prove tricky.
I see.
Still, I can't imagine you'd be able to swing a katana in that tiny little room. This wouldn't be the work of some supernatural phenomenon again, would it?
I'm afraid that's looking quite likely.
Jeez, you sure can do some terrifying things with these curses. How are you even meant to investigate this at all? Our usual methods don't mean a thing if you can just curse someone to death like that. Oh yeah, we looked into it and we were able to confirm Yamashina had a man called Kipe Koma working for him. From what I hear, the guy's also wanted for solicitation of murder.
Yes, although we only have testimony to go on right now, so we can't say anything for certain.
Still, having him having the exact same name as that victim in the Toba skeleton case is pretty damn confusing.
It seems Ikoma gave a curse stone, a dangerous tool that lets you curse others to death, to a local woman with the intent of causing a massacre.
Jeez, scary to think there are tools like that around. Wait, what happened with that woman then?
She's been apprehended, but it seems she won't be able to talk for a while. Could we ask you to handle taking her in as well?
Oh boy, got it. I'll make the necessary arrangements.
Thank you, Detective. I'll let you know the details later.
Oh yeah, about Ikoma. Someone apparently spotted his company car spawned outside Yamashina's place yesterday. So I had a warrant put out for him as a person of interest.
Oh, impressively quick thinking. Well done, Detective. By the way, there's a high chance that Yamashina was killed by a curse contained in one of those curse stones I just mentioned.
Oh man, I figured that might be the case.
If Ikoma did indeed stop by Yamashina's house today, he's looking increasingly suspect.
Yeah, looks like we should prioritize tracking him down. It sounds like the guy was a favorite of Yamashina's, if anything. If he really is the culprit, what could have driven him to kill the man he owed so much to?
I can only assume they had a sort of falling out, perhaps over the matter of succession or the like. I'd assume that Ikoma was the successor Yamashina mentioned, but it seems that wasn't the case.
Either way, I think we can definitely say he's up to something, especially if the solicitation of murder stuff is true. I'll step up the pace of the search for him. You two take care, alright? I'll get in touch if there's anything else to share.
Please do.
Oy, oy, oy.
From the sound of things, we should make dealing with the Ikoma our first priority.
I wonder how Circe and Navi fared in their search.
I imagine they've made it back to the mainland by now. We have yet to hear anything from them.
Ikoma might still have access to his curse too. The situation is more dangerous than I thought. We should be able to get back to the mainland. We should probably get back to the mainland as soon as possible.
About that, it seems the last ferry for the island is already left for today.
Oh darn it! That means we're stuck here as well.
We'll have to stay on Kamishima for tonight, yes. I'll arrange somewhere to stay.
Nothing to be done about, I suppose. Thank you, Soto. It won't be long before the sun sets. And yet I can't but feel like there's another storm brewing on the horizon.
Here I thought we were about to have the game end.
Nope.
Wasn't there another? No. Alright, fabrication. Despite being tasked with by Yumeko to search for Ikoma, Avi, who has fulfilled the goal of his trip, and Circe, feeling better with the curse of the raging waves cleared, choose not to return to the mainland straight away and have fun sightseeing in Kamishima. Alright. Oh dear. You were doing so much better after the curse got lifted, I didn't notice the time. We got so carried away with sightseeing, it's already pitch black out here.
You're right. Time sure flies. The last ferry already left, so I guess we'll have to find a place to stay for the night.
Shouldn't we be heading back to the mainland to go after Ikoma?
Well, there's only so much we can do now. It's not as though we're being paid for it, so let's not lose sleep over it.
I see. Very pragmatic of you. Although it's not that late yet, it gets dark quickly after the sun sets, and the streets empty out just as fast. Illuminated only by the dim glow of a few streetlights and the stars, the island feels calm. I feel like I'm about to get jump scared again. Some certainly don't feel right. By getting our hands on the Tama Tobacco, I'd say our main objective of this trip has been accomplished. No need to stress ourselves any further. It really has grown quite dark anyway. We should probably find a place to sleep. Hey! 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 Who is you? Why are you detailed? Who is you? I see you. Who is you? Who is you? Hey! Step back. You're pushing your luck, pal. Earlier, CS diligently guided us while sightseeing around Kamishima. Most importantly, she seemed to be enjoying herself. Must be a relief to not... Excuse me. It must be a relief to not have to deal with the cursed aura hanging over the island anymore. We seriously lost track of time, though. Earlier, CS diligently guided us while sightseeing around Kamishima. Most importantly, she seemed to be enjoying herself. Oh, I already read that. I don't like the fact that this guy's here. Who is you? Why are you detailed? Are you Ikoma? Or the fake-oma? Wherever the hell you are,
We need to find a place to stay.
Did you spot any inns or hotels around the island?
I think I saw a few. It'd be nice to find one before dinner. Maybe we can get a recommendation from one of the locals.
That might be difficult. After all, we didn't really manage to get acquainted with anyone on the island.
And hopefully they'll teach you a lesson about how you approach people.
Right. That may have been on me. I don't like this guy. Why is it? I'm gonna turn around and this guy's gonna be like right up behind us, isn't he? I heard the footsteps.
I know you're right there. Go away. It is you. Go away. Why are you here?
Whoa, there's someone there.
Ikoma.
Well, I thought I recognized that voice. So it was you, Mr. Barnum.
Mr. Ikoma.
Why is he here?
We need to keep our guard up around Ikoma. If he tries anything, I'm counting on you, Sears.
I'll leave it talking to you.
Weren't you the one put in charge of the search?
I'm counting on you. Get the info we need.
Okay, leave it to me. What? How did Ikoma get to Kamishima Island? Wasn't he afraid of the ocean? I get the shivers just looking at this guy. What a creep.
Why are you here? Go away.
When did you get to Kamishima?
Did I surprise you? I arrived on a chartered boat just before sunset.
Now, wait just a moment. Didn't you say you had a fear of the sea and that boats were a no-go? You gotta keep your character traits straight, else the proofreaders will tell you apart, you know.
Well, as it happens, my condition was miraculously cured earlier today, so I was able to come here after all.
Miraculously cured, is it? Oh, come on. If you're just going to throw in convenient plot devices like that, it's a total disservice to the art. Whatever, I have more important things to ask you. A whole lot of things, as a matter of fact.
Sure, what is it?
Alright, let's talk about that business. If I talk about the business card, I'm immediately going to get slaughtered right here. But I don't care. I'm going to save the game just in case, though. I feel like I'm about to die the second I say something about this business card, but I don't care. Then what about the business card you gave me? It was a target of a curse. Can't explain.
Excuse me? I'm afraid I don't quite follow.
The symbol on your business card turned out to be the marker for a curse.
Dear me, this is the first time I've ever heard such a thing.
Oh, so you didn't know.
Of course not. The emblem is a treasured symbol that Unkakadona bestowed upon me when my company was founded.
Unkagadono? You mean Yamashina? So then you really had no idea.
You said it was used as a curse marker. That's a serious accusation.
Well,
You're implying that Unkagadono was behind such a scheme. That's outrageous.
but you have to admit, it's hard not to come to that conclusion.
These groundless accusations are deeply insulting and absolutely infuriating. I will not tolerate such insolence from anyone. I also expected more from you.
Alright, calm down, sorry. We'll look some more into it, okay?
Very well. It's the very least you could do. The sheer audacity. Insulting a man's business card and benefactor. How utterly disgraceful. I insist that you take it all back.
I'm truly deeply sorry. Just overwhelmingly apologetic from the bottom of my sorry heart.
Better be. Suck.
Alright. Let's talk about the bronze mirror. Why did you ask us to come to Kamishima to search for the steel-tied mirror?
Well, it's simple enough. If something like the curse of the raging waves truly exists in these waters, surely it would be best to see it lifted, no? It seems that it has in fact been dispelled. You did not disappoint, Mr. Barnum.
Oh, well, it's not like we actually did anything to lift it, though.
Is that so?
We did learn that the bronze mirror once belonged to Princess Hatsune, who was sacrificed to appease the curse, however. I don't trust this man for a damn second.
Mr. Ikoma, how did you know the curse of the raging waves had been lifted?
Well, to be honest, it's hard to put into words. It seems as though I've got a little bit of spirit sense myself. I suppose the curse must have been what caused that ominous aura to surround this island before, no?
I see. I suppose someone with a bit of spirit sense would be able to tell whether the curse was still around with ease. Serious?
In any case, since the curse has been dispelled, the matter of the bronze mirror is also settled. You have my things.
I suppose you're right. You're welcome.
Why do I feel like he wanted the curse to be... Why do I get the feeling the curse was protecting something else? Why do I feel like it's now a bad idea that we got rid of the curse of the raging waves?
So, about Azusa Sumikawa, the descendant of Taishima.
No? I don't remember telling you her name.
Ah, that is no obstacle to a man of my caliber. We figured it out in no time.
Did you now? Very impressive. I suppose I ought to apologize on her behalf. She's rather difficult to deal with, is she not? So did you manage to get a hold of the Tamate Bako then?
Come again?
From what I understand, she was last seen going out to sea on a boat with a foreigner. And she has evidently been missing ever since. Forgive me. It seems that my hesitation to introduce you to her has caused some inconvenience.
No, really, don't worry about it.
So you're after Tamate Bako too, Mr. Ikoma. How come you're so calm when you already know what happened?
Believe me, there were times when I wasn't, but... At this point, things like that no longer matter to me.
Things like what?
The Tamate Bako. In fact, it seems as though I no longer have any use for it. I admit there's been some tension between us, but what do you say? Why don't we put that behind us?
What are you hiding, you motherfucker? What are you hiding?
Whatever became of Miss Sumikawa is no longer of any concern to me. In hindsight, I suppose I should have introduced you much sooner.
Ah, you might be misunderstanding. So let me get this straight to the point. You know a woman named Kikuko Tsutsui, don't you?
He just came out and said it.
Kikuko Tsutsui. Ah, yes, the young woman from Kamishima that used to work at my company. Was that her name?
You used that girl as a pawn in one of your schemes, didn't you? We nearly died because of her, you know.
I beg your pardon? I have no idea what you're talking about. I don't know anything about that. I most certainly did not put her up to anything so heinous.
Oh, so you're saying you did not give her a curse stone, then? To help her get recognized by Yamashina since she was her illegitimate child or something like that?
A curse stone? Ukagadono's illegitimate child? What on earth are you talking about?
You really have no idea. Don't try to pull a quick one.
Who filled your head with such nonsense?
As a matter of fact, we heard it straight from Kikuko Tsutsui herself.
So she told you all that. Where is she now? I demand to know what compelled her to come up with such ridiculous stories.
We got her confined at her home, but I'm afraid she won't be able to talk for a while.
I see. Anyway, whatever she told you, that girl's delusional. What a troublesome fancy she carried.
Indeed. I don't trust you for a damn second, gamer. So who did she get the custom from, then?
I'm afraid I know no more than you do.
Why are you here? So why did you come all the way out here to Kamishima?
That's exactly what I wanted to talk about. More than anything else, I would like to take care of my business right away.
And what may they be? What may they be?
I actually wanted to ask you about it. I believe there's a woman by the name of Sato living on this island. You wouldn't happen to know her whereabouts, would you?
Sato? No, I'm afraid I haven't met anyone by that name on the island.
I see. So you're not familiar with her. Very well. Thank you so much. My apologies for keeping you. As I need to continue my search, I'll take my leave now.
Yeah, good luck with that.
I don't trust you. I know you're the one that called. You sure about letting him go? Wouldn't it be better to restrain him?
Well, there wasn't enough evidence to do so.
Do you think he's actually innocent and Yamashina was the one pulling the strings the whole time?
I don't think we know enough to judge. Well, it's not like he can get off the island that easily, so maybe we should just report that we saw him.
Good point. You mentioned a chartered boat. Maybe we can mark it to keep an eye on it. Turns out staying another night in Kamishima was the right call after all. Gotta hand it to myself. I am just a genius.
Anyway, let's go and report to Miss Shiki and Claw today.
I've got some bad feelings. Bad feelings. Bad premonitions and feelings and all the intentions. Kibe Koma is the prime suspect behind Yamashina's death. Having asked Sirius and the others to search for him, Yumiko hears what they have to tell her.
Where are you?
I see. So we can be certain that Kibe Koma is on Kamishima right now. Yep, no doubt about it.
From what I gathered from the islanders just now, there were signs that someone landed a boat in the gulf on the other side of the island. That must have been Ikoma.
So he's come like a moth to the flame.
Ma'am, that sounded a bit diabolical. I think the fatigue is starting to get to you.
I swear to God, I'm gonna turn on vision sense. He's gonna be around here.
Despite the strength of her abilities, Circe is still just a child. I was worried about keeping her up so late. But apparently exorcists do most of their work at night, so she actually starts feeling more energetic around this time. Is it just me, or is this industry something of a bad influence?
More than likely.
Avios ended up being quite the key figure in all this, although I doubt that was his intention at all. Those driven by their dreams rather than profit do have a tendency to drag in everyone else with them in their wake, for better or worse. I suppose that's a bit rich coming from me, though.
I about to say, said the mermaid. The once upon a time mermaid.
The darkened townscape stretches out before us, silent and still. I had thought lifting the curse of the raging waves would see it return to the peaceful fishing town it was previously. But it seems the shadow looming over Kamishima won't be dispelled until we deal with whatever's lurking out there in the darkness. I've worked with Soda for a long time now. I don't think I've ever seen him sleep on guard in front of others.
Oh God, my whole body's so sore. I was helping my family move my sister to her new place yesterday. And Lordy G, my body. I almost saw my dad get crushed by a fridge.
He's used to sleeping outside, too. I wonder what his day-to-day life is normally like. When did you find the time to go around getting information from the Islanders, Soda?
Oh yes, I took advantage of our rest break earlier to make a few inquiries.
I appreciate the hard work, but shouldn't you have taken the time to rest? Stopping to take a breather every now and then is important, too.
I'm afraid that's a bit difficult in this line of work. A single moment of complacency could prove fatal.
Sometimes I really do wonder if we live in the same world. Since when was society so violent? Just make sure to rest when you can, alright? Don't push yourself too hard.
No need to worry. I'll be sure to get enough rest. Thank you for your concern.
I don't know why, but I was half expecting to turn on Vision Sense, look up, and there'd just be like a demon on above us.
I was sure you and Avi would have returned to the mainland by now. I had no idea you were still in Kamishima. Oh well, we were having so much fun sightseeing, time just got away from us. You were sightseeing the whole time. Suppose it worked out for the best, so I can't complain.
Oh.
So, from what you've said about him, your description of Ikoma is quite different from what we've heard of the man on our end.
We could hardly believe our ears either. To think Yamashina had already been killed by a curse. And the police are searching for Ikoma as a suspect in his murder. Talk about a bombshell.
Yeah, it was a real surprise. And you say that Ikoma seemed to have no idea about either the curse stones or what Akiko Tsutsui was planning.
That's right. So all the accusations against him were absurd, all while looking innocent as a lamb.
It's entirely possible he's just feigning innocence. I wouldn't believe him so easily myself.
We have no proof of his crimes after all. All he has to do is pretend he knows nothing and our hands are tied.
Still, there's a warrant out for his arrest now, no? Can't you just throw the book at him here and be done with it?
It would be dangerous to do anything rash. I'd like to at least get a better idea of his intentions before making a move.
Still, with Soto and Circe here, I don't think we should have anything to fear from paranormal phenomena. If worse comes worse, surely you two could restrain him by force. Well, we probably could deal with most things.
But in the event we couldn't, the situation would likely end up being completely hopeless.
In what event would it be completely hopeless, if I might ask? Because that's a genuinely terrifying thought. It's like, if we can't handle it, then the situation's fucked. It's like, what do you mean?
Right. I don't even want to imagine what sort of situation that would be.
Why do I get the feeling we're going to be able to see that at some point?
Did you see where Ikoma headed after you parted ways with him?
Sorry, I don't really remember. But if he chartered a boat to get here and stopped in the Gulf, wouldn't we be able to nab him eventually if we hung around there?
Unfortunately, I don't think it would be so simple. If he stopped it somewhere out of the way, we would struggle to find it in this darkness.
That's true.
Excuse me, that was a yawn.
Well, if he really gets stuck, I should be able to find out where he is using dowsing. Just let me know and I'll give it a shot.
I thought your target had to have some sort of spiritual energy for you to find it.
That's right, but he said himself that he has some spirit sense. And he has a pretty unique aura too. I think it would work. That would be a huge help. We'll keep that in mind.
You know, I still find it hard to believe that that young man would be capable of such a foul crime.
Oh, Avi, you're so gullible.
Heartless, a lot of you! You won't even consider the possibility of this all being one big misunderstanding!
By the way, is it true that Mr. Ikoma can use curses without a curse stone? Based on what we've heard of the scene of Mr. Yamashina's murder, I think we have to conclude that he can. So it is possible. What does your assistant over there think? A good idea. Let's see what Soto has to say.
Soto, what are your opinions on the matter?
Soto, how likely is it that Ikoma could use that curse without a spirit stone?
Yes, about that. There have indeed been cases of powerful psychics using the spirits of the dead to cast curses on others.
Yeah, that's one of the curses from Mysteries of Hanjo. What was it? What were the curses of Mystery of Hanjo? 7 Mysteries of Hanjo curses. I want to know exact. I think was this one related to water? I think. want to see what this one was. What this one was. It wasn't that. What? I can't find a single good picture. I can't find a good explanation here. Oh well. I know it's one of the ones from Seven Mysteries of Hanjo. I recognize that from Hanjo.
However, doing so requires a great deal of skill. Only a handful of people would be capable of such a feat. And even fewer would be able to do so with a curse capable of killing people in a single blow, let alone over a distance.
The man did say he had a bit of spirit sense. I suppose that wouldn't be enough, though.
Not at all.
My thoughts exactly. I see.
Though if I were to speculate,
Oh, so there is something.
curses are not always born from the spirits of the dead, you see. If a number of people were to harbor a strong grudge for decades, even centuries, that grudge itself could become a curse.
Ah, I see. The supernatural equivalent of strength in numbers, eh?
You could say that. Still, it would take a large number of people holding a grudge over an extremely long period of time to achieve.
I suppose it is a bit unlikely Coma would have access to a curse like that.
This would be why curse stones are so dangerous. Access to one allows even amateurs to use highly potent curses.
You heard that just now, I hope.
Yes, I'm sorry already.
Something doesn't sit quite right with me about all of this. Ikoma must have known it would be hard to escape pursuit here. What could have brought him here despite that risk?
Oh, I can shine some light on that, actually. I believe he said he was looking for a girl called Sato. Seemed awfully keen on finding her, too.
Sato? You don't mean Sato Shiranami?
Oh, you know her then?
We do. A girl with quite unique circumstances, to be sure.
Could that be why Koma's looking for her? But what is he planning?
Unique circumstances, eh?
So chances are high Ikoma's still looking for Sato then.
If so, then it would be in our best interest to find her first. If nothing else, it would put us in good position to bargain with him.
Agreed. We should try to...
Is something wrong?
You saw that Ikoma arrived on this island before sundown, yes?
We did, indeed.
If he's really that keen on finding her, surely it wouldn't take him that long to do so. Finding a single girl on a small island like this shouldn't be too difficult. All you would have to do is ask around, no?
You do have a point. I doubt he's been wandering in circles this whole time.
Maybe he isn't looking for her that seriously after all. Or he had some other business he wanted to take care of first.
You there! I finally found you!
Oh, hey, Shatara, you've joined the game again.
And who do we have here?
If I'm not mistaken, that would be Mr. Wakamura's son, Shotaro.
Oh yeah, your dad's dead.
You're from the police, right? You gotta help me! My old man, he's...
Mr. Wakamura? Has something happened to him?
He's dead.
What? Mr. Wakamura was found cut down in his own home.
You're not saying... The clinic's doctor's taking a look now, but I saw the wound. There's no way he could have survived. I tried to call police, but Yuzumi Kuchi told me to come get you instead.
I see. Thank you for letting us know. We'll be there right away.
Ma'am, given the timing, can we assume this is Ikoma's handiwork?
Chances are high, yes. If you don't mind me asking, mister, did a man call Ikoma drop by your house at all?
What? Ikoma? You're saying he's the one who killed my old man?
Calm down. You know him then. He's in his 20s. He's wearing a suit. Though he looks really old for his age.
Yes, that's him. I met him earlier today.
You met him. When?
Today, just before sunset. I met a man I've never seen before came up to me. He said he'd he was the head of an event company and had come here to gather information or something. I'm pretty sure the name on his business card was Ikoma.
But he gave you his bit. Take it off!
Yeah, what about it?
Take it off now!
And he said he was here to gather information. What happened to looking for Sato Shiranami? Wait, Sato? You're saying Sato has something to do with that guy?
Alright, everyone, I'm going to head to the Wakamura house with Shotaro here. Sato, I leave searching for Sato Shiranami to you, Sears, and Avi. Find her before Ikoma does, and take her into custody. I'm counting on you.
Understood.
Wait, we have to help out too?
Please do. The more people we have on hand, the better.
Now, Shotaro, lead the way.
Right.
He's right there! Shotaro, take the card off!
Huh?
That's him! Ikoma!
What?
Take the card off! Yep, sure enough, he's immortal! I knew it!
Sora, I knew it.
Ma'am, is he...
There's no doubt about it. He's an 800-year immortal. He knows that
Not good.
he's running away.
Ma'am, should I get Chase?
Please do. Follow him and find out where he's headed.
On it.
Don't be reckless. Keep your guard up and be careful. It looks like we have a change of plan. Sears, Avi, you're coming with me. Let's go.
I don't care. Okay. What is happening? Why is this blanked out now? Bird up.
Sato hides in the Kantakisho ruins at night, where she finally comes face to face with someone.
Oh boy. Why do you want to know?
Who might you be?
Oh god.
It sure was a hassle to get out here. Looks like I made it just in time.
Huh?
You aren't an easy one to find, you know. But at last we finally get to meet again, my dear Osato.
Can you please answer my question? Who are you?
Are you being serious? This isn't one of your usual silly acts. Come on now, really? You forgot me after what, just 400 years? That stings, you know?
400 years.
Not good.
The Kantakisho ruins are even quieter than usual. Only the rustle of trees and the murmur of waves fill the air. Okay, so I know this guy claims to be Kipe Koma. There's apparently another 800-year immortal. That's not the real issue. I know who he really is, not who he claims to be. I don't think he's about to just come out and tell me. Looks like he enjoys being cryptic. But I didn't expect him to just say he knew me 400 years ago. That's a huge clue. Who exactly was he 400 years ago? If I push it a little, maybe I can draw it out. But man, did I really come across that spaced out even back then? Oof. So you're saying that you know me from 400 years ago?
Well, we never met directly then. You can hardly believe it.
Hey, he's getting closer.
You'd have thought my dear Osato was Princess Itsune all along.
How did you know I used to be called Itsune?
Back then, 400 years ago, I never realized it was you. So sorry about that.
Huh? You knew about me.
And the story goes that Princess Itsune was offered up to hold down the curse of the raging waves, sleeping for ages down there, huh? Who knew her immortality could be put to such a creative use? Truly selfless, admirable stuff. Brings a tear to my eye.
Not really. There wasn't any other choice. I wasn't actually asleep, so it was pretty awful. Also, could you please answer my question instead of going off on your own tangent?
It turns out the resentment I bore was heavier than the curse you were holding back.
I just told you to stop. Wait a sec. The resentment you bore?
Thanks to that, ever since then, anytime I got near Taishima's water, a raging storm would well up. Every time. It was you!
I think I know who you are then.
I've tried countless times over these 400 years, but each and every time my ship went under, I've had my fair share of trouble too, you know.
But then, that would make you the Raging Waste's curse bearer.
All right, I guess I ended up becoming quite the legend here in Kamishima, didn't I?
There's only one person you could really be then.
Huh? Sounds like you finally remembered me. Although centuries have passed, would you be so kind as to address me once again? Come on, call me by my real name once more.
Right. The files from the past made it clear. Kipe Koma's true identity is...
I think I know who you are. Nobber. There was another man that existed 400 years ago. It wasn't you, I don't think. If we're talking about people that we're talking about survivors. No, you are who I think you are. You are Tomoshige.
Huh? Tomoshige?
Then you're Tyra no Tomoshige of the Tyra clan from 800 years ago.
So you did survive, you bastard. You survived that whole time.
Or wait, am I wrong?
Huh. Didn't think you'd get it so quickly. You always did manage to surprise the hell out of me. Huh. I was gonna ease you into it step by step, let the truth sink in nice and slow.
Huh?
Nah, screw it. You nailed it. Bingo. Glad you actually remembered, even if it took you way too long. Welcome back, Osada of Kusawa.
Wait, Kusawa? That's right.
What changed here? Sato, the girl from Kusawa Village. At around the same time, Sato was living a simple life in Kusawa Village, the place of her birth. One day she happened to encounter a visiting onmyoji and was offered the chance to work at the Bureau of Onmyo in Kyoto. Sato rarely accepted it, having always felt out of place in the village due to her faint spirit sense, and left Kusawa to work in the Bureau of Onmyo as a maidservant. At the end of a certain year, Taira no Ta- Wait a minute. I think I've read this. Aftermath. This is new, I think. After that, there was none who saw Tomoshige again, and he faded from memory without ever leaving his mark on the pages of history. At around the same time, Kusawa Village found itself in an uproar following the return of Sato, who had been employed in the service of the Heika. However, it was soon discovered that she had somehow become immortal. She was shunned by the other villagers, who found her newfound state unsettling, and she soon left the village for parts unknown. A fragmented version of these events would go on to be passed down orally, eventually becoming one of the Yaobi Kuni legends told to this day. The Truth of Komatsu Sanamune. Komatsu Sanamune, the vassal who goaded Kuki Yoshitaka into invading Taishima, was in fact Taira no Tomoshige, who had eaten mermaid flesh and gained unnatural longevity. Unable to let go of his dream of reviving the Taira clan even after 400 years, he caught wind of rumors of mermaids being worshipped on Taishima, and infiltrated the Kuki navy under the name Komatsu Sanamune, plotting to uncover the sacred land. However, his rash and impulsive destruction of the sacred land ended up triggering the curse of the raging waves, and his plan ultimately ended in failure. Although caught up in the sinking of Taishima, Tomoshige could not die and was swept away by the sea to an unknown fate. He never directly met Princess Hatsune, and as such, the two remained unaware of each other's existence. So isn't he gonna die soon as well? If he's that old?
I remember now. Everything's coming back to me. You're Lord Tomoshige.
I've waited long for this moment, Osato.
You're telling me you became an 800-year mortal as well? I can't believe it.
Indeed. I ate mermaid flesh to become an 800-year immortal just before you did. 800 years ago, we sailed out searching for mermaids, trying to restore the Heika name to glory. We found one, sure enough, but those Genji bastards had laid an ambush. They attacked us, tore us apart. But seeing we had both become immortal, we both continued to live our separate lives.
I never knew. I thought I was the only one left. I spent all those years thinking I was the only one.
You and me both, Osato. Truly is a miracle that we were able to meet like this once again. Listen, Osato. When I realized this body couldn't die, I decided it was my fate to use it in whatever way I could to restore the Heika clan. The grief, the hatred, the curses of my bloodline who died screaming in resentment. I've carried all of it with me in this body. They screamed at me. You'll finish what we couldn't. That's why you're immortal, damn it. Their voices never stopped. Centuries of the family's rage clawing at my skull. Every day, every night. Even so, nothing ever worked. But I knew I couldn't just give up. That obsession of mine rotted into resentment, festering for decades and centuries, building and twisting inside me. Until finally, centuries of resentment and rage congealed into a curse. Something I could control, wield.
A curse born from obsession.
The bronze mirror I carried absorbed that same resentment, and over time it transformed into a curse stone.
So your goal was to use the power of that curse in the flesh of a mermaid to restore the Heika clan.
Indeed. That vow was all I had left. It was the one thing that kept me crawling through these 800 years of hell. I sucked up to people in power and gathered followers, all so I could build an immortal army. But it couldn't be out in the open. Everything had to be done in the shadows, always unseen. Even with immortality and curses on my side, it was damn near impossible. No matter what I tried, power was always out of reach. The path to reclaiming the Heiken name was always filled with peril. It was always one fucking problem after the next. Nothing ever went the way I wanted, damn it. Before I knew it, the world had changed into one where military power alone was no longer the key to control. I just don't have the power or the time to rule this goddamn new age. Fuck it all. And so, here we are. Before I knew it, my 800-year lifespan was burning out. The end was right there, staring me in the face. That's when something broke in me. All that was left was emptiness. 8 centuries and nothing to show for it. Just the truth that I'd achieved nothing. Tell me, Osato, what the hell were those 800 years of me giving it everything I had worth? What was it all for?
I can't say.
When I realized my lifespan was finally coming to an end, I almost felt relieved. Like dying might actually finally set me free. It was then that I happened to hear of you. That you, my Osato of Kusawa, were still alive in Kamishima, also as an 800-year immortal. That moment was the first light to pierce my darkness in 800 goddamn years.
Oh, aren't you exaggerating a little?
Not at all. This is an 800-year-long miracle of fate, Osato. Don't you see? Back then, when the Heika fell, you were the only one who stayed with me. You're the only one who comforted me. When my final day comes, I want it to be with you. That's the only thing I want now. If I can just have that, then maybe this is all worth something after all. You understand, don't you? You must.
But
But the curse kept me from ever setting foot on Kamishima. So I manipulated Ukikadono and used him to reach you and claim you for myself.
Wait, hold on. Is this getting to be a bit too much? What's so funny?
Oh, Sato. You're blushing. You truly are so lovable. No need to act shy now. 800 years ago, we were bound by a vow of love.
We were. I don't remember that.
You kept the bronze mirror I gave you, did you not? That should be proof enough.
What? No, that's not what you think.
Come now. We certainly took the long way around, you and I. But we finally found our way back here. After everything, meeting again like this can only be a blessing of fate. This is what our curse of immortality was all for. Our final glorious crossing into the next world together.
No. I mean, yeah, it is the end, but
You've been waiting for it too, haven't you? The day this cursed life finally ends. Come, Osato. Let's meet that day together. Let's finally be free of all this endless pain.
I am Osato of Kusawa. At the end of the Heian period, I worked as the maidservant for the Bureau of Onmyo. That's where I first met Taro no Tomoshige. By chance, he took a liking to me and made me part of his household. After the fall of the Heiko hit, the world spun into chaos. We were too busy surviving to think about anything else. I remember those days now. We ran from one hiding place to another and had no one to depend on but him. Those memories are so distant now. It's so distant, it's hard to tell them apart from something I might have seen on a TV show last month. And now that I think about it, the only reason I kept that bronze mirror after the attack was because it's the one thing I had left when I washed ashore. It's the only clue to who I was. I held on to it out of loneliness, that's all. As a trace of the past I could barely remember. I'm afraid I never even had a shred of affection for Lord Tomoshige, even back then. It really is him. Lord Tomoshige. I remember him now. He was always just like this. All pride and vanity, puffed up with his own importance. The very image of an arrogant Heika. No wonder he failed so spectacularly. Anyone would acting like that. And still, part of me can't help but feel sorry for him. And I...
Oh,
Well, why are you so silent? Say something. You know as well as I do that our lives are almost up. It could be over by tomorrow. Why are you what are you hesitating for? Hey, Sato! Say something! I'm talking to you nicely and you just stand there like a fucking idiot. Wake up! All you need to do is be grateful and come to my side. That's it. Stop being so fucking pathetic.
But... what if I refuse?
Are you fucking kidding me? Refuse. After all these years, there is no refusal. You would dare defy me. That was never even a fucking option. Come with me, right now. If you dare try to say no again, I'll ensure you receive due punishment. I have harsher methods I can use.
Harsher methods?
I told you. I can use curse, remember? A curse that targets a certain pattern and slices anyone with it clean through. Nice and painful.
But even if you use that to hurt me... if I just hold on till tomorrow, your time will run out. You'll never get what you want.
Are you really that fucking dumb? What would I use on you? You're immortal.
Huh?
Before I came here, I had out dozens of business cards with the target patterns of people on the island.
You wouldn't...
With just a flick of my wrist, these stupid islanders will be dead in an instant. You get what I'm trying to tell you, right?
You're holding the people here hostage.
They're just insurance. A way to ensure you'll come with me. In fact, that old man Wakamura was so stubborn about handing you over, I had to deal with him first.
What? You mean you killed him?
So, what will you do? You have two options, Osato. Time to choose. Obey and come with me quietly, or let your selfishness condemn these innocent people to a brutal death, and come with me only after you watch them die.
Oh.
I refuse. I refuse to listen to your sick method.
No. I still can't. I won't follow you. I refuse.
What? You selfish little brat. But very well. I'll make you regret that choice. Let's see how long that defiance of yours holds out.
I refuse.
Oh dear. So what happens if I immediately resume and hit follow? Yeah. And then... So what happens now if I just, I gotta wait? Nuh-uh. Damn, the fucking sound effect.
I can't. That's the one thing I just can't do. Very well. I'll do as you wish, Lord Tomoshige.
Finally came to your senses. You think you could ever defy me? Should have known your place from the start, you worthless peasant.
So is this gonna open up another?
I'm sorry. In the end, I gave in to Tomoshige's threats. Maybe, just maybe, there was still some other way to fight his curse, but... when those memories of a distant past came flooding back to me, fragments of a life long gone. And when I thought of this man who spent 800 years chasing one purpose with such stubborn, hopeless purity, something in me must have wavered. Before I knew it, I'd chosen to face the end together with this pitiful man, Tomoshige. And so, before our time finally ran out, we sank into the bottom of Issei Bay, fading into foam upon the sea. As the curse that had sustained us for 8 centuries had at last begun to unravel, I felt my senses slipping away. Beside me, Tomoshige drifted in silence, his face calm, almost childlike. I stared at his smile as he slowly faded away. A strange calm came over me then, as my consciousness began to fading into nothingness.
Ending number 4. Taira no Tomoshige's Desire. That, bro. Skip the card scene. Reach Taira no Tomoshige's ending.
Forgive me. I won't be able to spend the next 800 years with you.
That, what the? Oh, it's an ending. I was about to say, like, what is that? Real quick, before I end, I'm gonna look up something that's... Let me look up something. This might be a shorter... You know what? This is going to be a lot shorter of a stream, but I'm going to do it anyways, because I think I'm going to try and condense all of next stream into finishing this game. I think I'm going to try and do that. So, thank you all so much for watching. Hope you enjoy, and hope to see you all later. Peace.